Mama?
Or we'll get banned like Dr. Disrespect.
Ooh.
Is that what he did?
I have
that's
no
what
idea.
happened to him?
I don't think there's a real statement about it yet.
I want to know.
All right, let's start spreading that rumor right now.
He hasn't been saying anything because of possible litigation, and Twitch never says anything about permabans.
Yeah.
What I first heard was that he was going to try and start his own streaming service with like a few other big streamers.
Yeah, I heard
But
that too.
I also
signed
then
contract,
heard
though.
that was like not a thing that was ever confirmed, that it was just a rumor. So, who knows?
There seems to be, unless it's on my end, it doesn't look like. Okay, we got an ad. Sorry, I'm just checking the stream real quick to make sure we're Gucci.
Okay, cool.
Once the ad is done, then.
Oh, my sound settings were still set from Valorant, so I needed to switch those up a little bit.
Ah.
But that should help. Alright.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Good shit. Alright, last time on BionD&D, the group went to attempt to recover the Eye of the Northern Wind, and on their way were met by Azareth, who revealed her true name to be Zariel, the Lord of the first level of the 9 Hells, and basically entreated the party to enter into a contract with her, and in return, she would do two things. One, save Kyanna, and two, provide like the most lenient contract terms she's ever given anyone. So that was kind of nice. Jeff and Wartalk both decided to sign their names away to the devil, while Ilya had a bit more reservation about doing so, given her predilection for worshipping Torm. And
I mean, I don't know
not
why.
devils.
I cannot imagine why.
Unfathomable.
She's kind of mad at Torm right now too. So.
Yeah. That's fair. Well, wait, Torm or Torm? Torm or? Okay. Okay.
The one who's like, follow your friends, and she's like, that doesn't sound very much like something Torm would say.
Follow your friends into making a devil contract. It's fine.
Yeah.
He didn't know that's what they were gonna do. He's not omniscient.
Well, still, like.
No,
Well,
totally.
It's starting to not add up to her.
That makes sense.
But like,
because it's
yeah.
Totally
It
Torm.
doesn't.
I mean, like
That would be a good show.
Totally Torm.
Totally Torm. To be fair, though, you can't blame me for like connecting the dots that way. Like, It's funny how it worked out.
Yep. Okay, so Dead Girl.
Hi.
And I say it that way because if you had a name, it's not in your recollection. You kind of, it's not as though you're actively focusing on trying to remember your name, because you can't actively focus on anything. As you wander through this endless gray foggy waste, and well, waste is maybe a mean term for it. There are structures, there are things around. It isn't barren, but it's not exactly welcoming. But it's also bland, and while not featureless, even its features seem to just kind of melt into the background and be unremarkable in many ways.
So Indiana?
I was gonna say Kansas, but Indiana works too. Whatever your personal decision is on the on-Earth representation of the fields of Asphodel, that's up to you.
North
North Dakota,
I actually have heard
sure,
North Dakota.
sure. Yeah.
Shout out to Elijah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Elijah.
But as you're kind of traipsing through this bland landscape, you find yourself more and more kind of going through the motions of motion. Just kind of putting one foot in front of the other, milling about aimlessly. Nothing seems to pay you much attention, but don't really notice that because you're not paying them much attention either. Your eyes are just kind of fixed in this 1,000-yard stare off into nothing. Kind of move forward until something blocks your path, and then robotically kind of turn and move around it, continue some other path. The direction isn't really determinate, and it's nothing vigorous. There's no life to your steps or your actions. There's no life to anything. It's
because we're all dead.
Yeah. And like before, kind of don't have any idea of time. There is no sun to mark the hours or the days by. You're just drifting through this endless space in endless time. And it goes on this way for, you could feel what might feel like an eternity. And then, eventually, through no action of your own, you hear the cawing of another. And kind of look, not seeing anything, continue on. But the cawing kind of follows you. Not that you notice it, but it does. To an outside observer, they might see a black bird against the sea of gray that seems to circle above one particular lost soul. And then, all of a sudden, the grayness of that world is interrupted. A gap opens up before you, and your aimless soul kind of stops, takes stock of it, notes it as different, but more than that, nothing really. Out of this gap in the gray comes a figure. She is a light in flame with purple flesh and kind of torn leather wrappings and scars down her left side. That is at least what a non-dead observer might see.
Sure.
And you hear this figure say, Kayana, you have to come with me. Quickly. And somewhere in the back of that consciousness, that separate soul from body, there's a recognition when she says that name, but it's dull. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. Pretty good at those. That's
Fail.
gonna be a 19.
That's
A
a
19.
dumb name. Just like.
Oh, sorry. You are making this with a -5 penalty because you don't really have your mind about you. That's a 14 then?
14, yes.
Okay, still not bad.
Ah,
You don't quite latch on to what she's saying, and this gap is beginning to close. As though there isn't much time that this figure has here. And she kind of takes hold of you, and although you have no real corporeal form, this being is nonetheless able to actually grab you, and you have a sudden sensation of being shaken. And she says your name again. She says, Kayana, we have to go. Please, make another wisdom save at a -5 still.
okay. Oh, that's a lot better. That was a natural 18. So plus 4,
22.
22.
Okay.
Like shit.
As
Don't shake the baby.
as you are shaken and this physical sensation kind of jerks you out of this stupor for long enough for you to recognize that Kayana is your name. And though you don't fully grasp the creature that's in front of you or what's going on, there is urgency in her voice that kind of resonates with your spirit. And in that moment, you clasp back, you put your hands around her forearms, and she hesitates not at all, immediately just pushing off as this gap is closing ever smaller. And Kyanna,
Mm.
I would like you to roll a d6.
A D6. That's a 1.
Okay. Now roll a
boys,
d4.
run.
I'm
3.
scared. Where's my 4s?
3.
You're in here
They're in front
somewhere.
of the door of your enemies.
I found one. That's a 4.
What's your current strength score?
I'm scared. 7.
Okay. It is temporarily reduced by 4.
Okay, that's
So,
fine.
as she's pulling you through, as she is tearing you from this realm of death, you leave a part of yourself behind in that place. You're not fully yourself yet. As you're pulled back into the mortal realm, a bit of your soul is still there. And this will manifest in a few minutes as your strength score being decreased by 4. Every week it will increase back about every day actually it'll increase back by 1.
Okay.
I'm not the weakest person.
Yeah. Okay, so how do I override score? So that's 3. No, that's okay. Yes, there we go. Now that looks good.
To the rest of you, what seemed to be only moments in that place is days. So you saw Azareth open this gap with her warhammer and descend into whatever that place is. And
Wait here.
mhm,
Okay.
she said, and she explicitly said she had no idea how long it would take.
So we be camping.
Yeah, hell yeah. Camping trip.
Yeah.
And
We're,
it's
cooking fish with a fire when a rift opens up like 10 feet off.
yeah, you kind of make sure that you steer clear of the actual gap that she opened up. You kind of ring it off with stones to mark where it was. And you stay in the area, hunting and fishing and just sort of, spending the time as you can. It's not exactly a relaxing break, as every moment is fraught with the anxiety over whether or not Azareth will be able to succeed. And a good 3 days pass in this manner of you, Wartalk is obviously not sleeping, he never sleeps, but is just the entire night is just eyes fixed on the spot where Azareth disappeared, just waiting and waiting and waiting. And the days aren't that much different. He'll occasionally go and get some fish from the river, but when he's back, he's letting Jeff is still with you all, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's letting
so-
Jeff.
So a quick aside: if there are only 4 or 5 sessions left, we should keep Jeff. We should keep Jeff. Maybe. Unless that's just not in the plan.
It doesn't matter that much for my plan.
Okay.
I don't
Sorry,
know if
carry on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that works. So, where was it? A few days pass like this, and Wartalk is just fixed. Jeff is the one kind of cooking the
Neurotic.
fish and whatever game he and Ilya find. Ilya, what are you doing in this time? I assume I don't really need to ask Wartalk because I think my description was pretty spot on. But Ilya, what would you, especially as you're having this struggle with your belief and relationship with your god, what are you doing?
She would probably been doing a lot of thinking.
Okay.
'Cause,
Any
like,
praying in there, or just thinking and not
No.
really contacting? Okay.
she's not praying. She's mad right now.
Yeah.
I guess she'd be under the assumption that Torm has lost his way. Either that or that this person she's been talking to isn't who they claim to be. She thinks it's one of those two.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like she's like, something's not right here.
Mhm.
Because Torm would not be a god to her that is someone that takes a backseat to things, you know?
Yeah.
Like the whole idea of follow your friends, that's not something Torm would do. That's not something Torm would advocate for.
Yeah.
How can you be a protector and a shield if you're standing by?
Can't be a shield from the back lines.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. As you are kind of just thinking over this more and more, so you're not praying any, of course, and no words come from Torm or this being that might be Torm either. It is silence on his end as well.
Fucker.
And Wartok, you do not hear anything from Ambition during this time.
Crazy.
What a coincidence.
They're both silent at the same time. Now, finally, at the end of those 3 days, Wartok, you are, like, your eyes are just, despite themselves, getting tired of staring at things. Like, they're dried out, and you have to, like, kind of maybe even do, like, a little create water and just, like, drop them, like,
And just eye
wet them a
drops.
little bit.
Yeah, just create water eye drops. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just throw
it
some
just-
salt, put some water. It's the same as saline.
Yeah, there you go. It's just like it's getting just jarring to just keep staring at this one spot, and you kind of shake your head to kind of try and clear it and your eyes out at the same time, and you reopen them, and it at first comes as like a spark, like a and you don't see anything to accompany the noise at first, but then these flashes come more and more frequently, and you see this glow of sort of red crackling electricity sprouting from the ground where the gap was. And slowly it ruptures the earth. It begins to open farther and farther. And you see this great pair of flaming wings sprout up out of the rupture and beat once and then twice, and you can begin to see Azareth's horns cresting over the rim, followed by her shoulders, torso, and legs at the same time as you see one arm kind of pulling something out. And to your eyes, there's nothing in her hand, but she's clearly exerting like a great effort to pull something. As she gets higher and higher out of this crack, eventually you can see what looks like a small centralized spark of light, maybe like 2 feet below where her hand is. And she takes a second arm and puts it like near that spark and just hoists with tremendous effort. You actually see like the flames on her wings flare out in a very ostentatious fashion as she pulls this spark completely free of the gap, which immediately kind of shuts with a deafening boom. And she looks at you and she says, "Do you have the body? Or do you have the body?"
I thought we gave it to her.
The dust. You didn't.
Here.
Okay. She takes the bag and opens it and just pushes her arm inside with this spark. The bag just bursts. The whole thing explodes. The leather is torn to shreds. And the dust looks like it has just burst outward, and then it slows and stops in this strange, like, very uniform sphere, which then begins to kind of curve and morph until it takes the vague figure of a young elvish girl.
That's a baby.
This is how babies are born, kids.
It's true. It's true.
This is how
I know.
elves
I
are
was a
babies.
baby once myself.
I never was, but I've heard stories.
Yeah.
So as the form begins to take a more and more definite shape, it also starts to solidify, and you can see the robes beginning to kind of grow out of parts of the back of this sphere. Part of it becomes her hair, and it begins to go from this colorless, just gray dust to gain back some vigor and some saturation until, after probably a full minute, but feels like much longer, just with the anticipation of it all, Kayana is reformed in front of your eyes. And at this point, Jeff and Ilya have both come running after hearing the boom of the gap closing, and witness the last half of this transformation as well. Kayana is just immediately collapsing to the ground, breathing heavy and very disoriented.
I would like to run over to the child and hug the child.
As you hug her, you can feel the gingerness that you have to you can feel how fragile she is right now. And so probably, even though you're not a particularly strong character, probably hold back a little bit on the hug.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just a soft hug.
Yeah.
Nothing.
She is alive and she is breathing.
Am I conscious?
But you are conscious. You are. You're actually at full health.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have no diseases. You're back to full health. Everything is as it is, except the damage to your strength stat currently. You are just weak.
I wasn't using that anyway. It's fine.
Glad you didn't roll a, what would it be, 4 on that d6 or 5? 5.
I have.
Because that would have been a wisdom.
Yeah.
It was literally strength, dex, con, int, wiz, ka. Yeah.
That would have been awkward.
I understand.
Also glad it wasn't a D6 or D8 or whatever for the strength one.
Oh gosh, yeah. You have 0 strength. You died again.
Suck a nerd.
Don't do me like that. Don't do it to me.
No, it's a min 1 thing anyway. It's fine.
Okay.
But yes.
Cool.
So Wartalk is just very lightly hugging you. And even with that light weight, you couldn't stand up on your own right now. You just your arms and legs are just barely obeying your commands. Wartalk, as you kind of take her in your arms and you look into her eyes, there is something slightly different about them.
Okay.
The color of her skin and the irises of her eyes have lost an almost imperceptible amount of their coloration. They're just a little bit less pronounced, a little bit paler.
Okay. That's fair.
Kayana, as your mind is clearing and that fog is beginning to lift, and you're recalling the life you had before and remembering those things, that time in the, I'll just call them the fields of Asphodel because that's effectively what they're based on. Your time in those fields of Asphodel have taken from you. You realize that when you left and part of you remained there, you are still somewhat in contact with that part of you. you can still look into that space. And
I see dead people.
right now, it's hard to control. And every now and then, you'll see a shadow move at the edge of your vision. And when you look over, there's nothing there. But you know you saw it.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's so weird.
A little bit.
Okay.
You have come back from death, but death has never left you.
I've come back from death again.
True. But this time it was like a little different.
This time it wasn't voluntary.
It wasn't voluntary, and it was a little worse. Just a smidge.
Just a little bit.
Things happen.
But yeah, the land of the dead has left an indelible mark on you. But you are back with your friends in the world of the living.
A very frail ginger hug back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even giving you a choice, Nick. Warthog is crying.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, there's no doubt. Yeah.
I didn't think you needed a choice, but you don't get one even if you did.
I was gonna roll for it, then just say yes.
Yeah. Oh look, a natural 20. I'm still crying.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh look, I rolled a 30 on a 20-sided die. Still bawling.
That's how many minutes you cry.
Yeah.
Hours, maybe? Maybe minutes. I don't know. She's alive this time, not dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
This time.
There's crying for a while.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll just say
that. Azareth, kind of gives you like a little bit of distance, but she's not leaving.
Yeah, it's
like standing over by the edge of the clearing.
Yeah.
Immediately going into like protective mother mode, like, all right, get her some water. All right, we got to get her a snack. Sit down for a minute. Get your bearings.
Jeff pulls out. You have no idea when he had the facilities to make this, but he pulls out. I don't know what's Kayanna's favorite baked good.
That's a good question. I mean, she liked the candy floss a lot.
That's true. That's
like
true.
A lot.
Cicada tart.
Oh.
I was gonna say a bear claw, but because the actual pastry looks like a bear claw, but
yeah.
But that's mostly just for the pun. I don't know.
That's a good question. I'm gonna say a berry cobbler.
Berry cobbler. All right, he brings over like a perfectly made berry cobbler, and just kind of cuts a slice out and offers it to you, as well as there are canteens of water all around. So one of you hands her a canteen of water. Ilya, I'm guessing, also has like a bedroll ready and like blankets and things and like all of this.
Sit down, take a nap, maybe breathe.
Coming back from the dead is hard work.
Yeah.
She wasn't only mostly dead either.
I imagine I'm just like hearing the words and like not able to respond properly.
Yeah, you're definitely not speaking in response. There's like some of them, like the water, you just kind of like mechanically take to your mouth and drink from. And like after a few minutes, you probably take a bite of the berry cobbler, which is impeccable, but like barely registers. You kind of like you make the like, this is really good, but like you're not really like into it. You're just saying it because your brain is kind of on autopilot and goes, manners. This is what you say when give you food.
I'm disassociating.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah.
Trying to reassociate.
Hell
yeah. But it, after a little bit of just like being surrounded by your closest allies and friends, and getting some food, some water, probably taking a bit of a nap, and
I'm gonna sleep for like 18 hours.
Yeah. And also probably a bit of just a walk around the forest and like nature, because
I
that
don't know. Am I
once
strong enough to be on my 2 feet?
after you take your rest, you're like able to
Okay.
stand and walk a bit. You're definitely not left on your own, but
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
definitely not going out on your own. I think
Well-
you're not, young lady.
Yeah.
You're
I
grounded.
know.
Ever.
It was not even a question. Of course they'd be with me. Yeah.
So after like a long sleep, you have enough of your strength back to kind of start to stand up. And actually, if you do want to take 18 hours, or something even close to that, you'll get 1 point of strength back.
Like, I'm not exaggerating at all.
Oh yeah, I mean, you came back from the dead. I figured not.
Yeah.
So as you take that little bit of a walk afterwards, you kind of feel a little bit more like yourself. You're a little bit more cognizant, a little bit more in control of what you're doing and thinking and saying.
We are straight winter, by the way.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And actually, you feel a bit colder in general. Like, it's even getting on towards like the later half of spring, and the days are starting to warm up. You like
Yeah.
you're constantly chilly.
Cold.
Hi, cold. One more talk.
Blanket.
Yeah, Ilya just continually drapes blankets over your shoulders.
More blankets. Where are you finding these?
Don't fucking worry about it.
Eventually, Kayana looks
do
kind of
when
like that
you do.
picture of Kanye with the enormous coat.
Oh,
So-
God.
Like the kid from A Christmas Story.
That too.
So
That too.
I can't
I
put
actually-
my arms down.
I actually have a baby picture of me that immediately comes to mind for this.
Excellent.
I'll send it in the chat later.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. I've been to that house, the Christmas Story house.
Really?
It's in Cleveland.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
You couldn't tell from the surroundings that movie took place in Cleveland? They lived in a shithole.
I thought it was like a dystopian future.
Yes.
It's because
Also
it's
known as
because
Cleveland.
it's because it was so unremarkable.
And
Sorry,
snowy.
Cleveland.
Lots of snow.
Yeah, I do like stuff.
Me too.
Mhm.
I guess we should like thank Miss Demon. It's like when Kayana goes to sleep, I guess. Maybe
While I'm passed
after a
out.
little bit, then I'll like go up to Miss Demon.
I'm a devil.
Thank you. A devil, whatever. Why are you reading my thoughts?
I'm
Thank
not.
you.
You've all called me demon several times, and
Oh,
it is more than a pedantic distinction. I am I'm quite
that's
different.
fair.
I in fact
I'm sorry.
hate demons and kill them for a living.
Oh, that sounds metal as metal as hell. Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah. Like. Yeah.
I do need Jeff to use the eye twice for me as part of our arrangement.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Whenever
Wait, twice?
you
Twice?
yes, we said 2 uses.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes
Out of
sense.
character question, did we though?
Yep.
I thought it was only once.
I
Twice.
could have sworn it was only one, but
It's 2.
Already she's screwing with us.
one of Jason.
She pops up the contract
not.
and it says 2.
I mean, we have 2 eyes, so it makes sense.
It's also, I mean, it's not as though it has a limited number of uses. Well, it does per day, but
What?
they'll come
Oh,
back.
yeah. How many uses per day?
3.
I think.
Whoa. Kayana, go back to
Although
sleep.
no one's attuned to it, so you don't know for sure. But 3 is what she said it was probably.
That's fair. I'll take her word for it.
Would Jeff have attuned to it?
I
in
was gonna
time,
say
though?
actually, yeah. Jeff
Yeah,
should be
hasn't
attuned
he?
so he can use it.
Yeah.
You
she
can
was gone for,
absolutely
like, a
have
week.
attuned. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
If
Okay. Well,
if you need time, that is fine. I can stay here for days. Or go and come back if I need to attend to something. I just do need it sooner rather than.
that's fair. I guess. Yeah. There's no reason to not do it now.
Good. It will help all of us, I think. Well, the first one will only help
Yeah?
me. The second one will help
Oh,
us.
okay. Okay. Fair.
Oh, right. Okay. She did
Yeah.
say that too.
Yeah. She talked
Yeah,
about Belle
she
and the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one I was
I
just
couldn't
like,
remember
hell
the
yeah.
Raven Queen part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
We
So Jeff kind of sits down with the eye and listens as Azareth gives him the description of Bell, who I don't have a mental description for. He's a devil dude. I don't know. He's uniquely identified by
bad
being
guy.
the current ruler of the first layer of hell.
He is a lad.
He is a lad.
This fuckface.
Yee. So Jeff kind of focuses in on the orb. You see him kind of take in a very deep breath. And it's actually kind of cool. When he activates the orb, so his scales are, he's a silver dragonborn, so they are this kind of grayish metallic color, this silver color. When he activates the orb begins to glow this metallic white, and Jeff's scales actually change color and match it. For a brief moment, his scales appear as platinum instead of silver. And his eyes open, and they are also kind of clouded over with light. And you actually see a look of fear kind of overtake his face, because he's literally looking into hell. And
Yeah. Okay. I've seen Supernatural. That's fair.
yeah, his voice comes kind of shaky at first, but then he kind of evens it out and he says, Bell is there's a battle, and Bell is sort of in the middle of it, but there's a lot of others around him, and I can't. There's so much chaos, so much blood. I can't tell which is which. I don't know if he's surrounded by demons or devils. He's destroying some of them, but there's a lot. There's a lot of them nearby, and it. Okay, I can see a little bit more now. Yeah, the demons have come over from the abyss, and the bridge is overrun. The battle is still raging, but that's all I can see. And it opens his eyes, and Azareth just kind of puts a hand to her face. When she comes away, like her thumb is like pierced and there's blood, like black ichor leaking from it. And she swears under her breath, "Idiot." Knew he wouldn't be up to it. We'll have our work cut out for us then. Pray only that Asmodeus doesn't let its failures disrupt more than the first layer. One we can take back. This can't be able to take more than that. Thank you, Jeff. And the second, you know her, Raven Queen. Can you scry on her as well? Jeff kind of, give me a minute, and kind of sets the eye down, takes out a flask of water, and kind of drinks from that, caps it, takes out a flask of not water, and drinks from that.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff doesn't normally do that.
Nope.
Oh.
It's hell, yo.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's no joke. You can actually, like, he's actually like there is a tear coming down from one of his eyes.
Oh no.
Like and like his eyes are both like bloodshot. Um not a pleasant experience. Hell is not a good place.
I mean, it could be with the right decor.
Get a little air conditioning in there, it'll all be better. It's just too hot.
They make those window air conditioners now that just like hug those sills, so like.
I hate it. I really do.
No, but really though, it's like a. It comes down on both sides, so you can like close your window more.
Oh.
It's cold.
That might be better.
Yeah.
So Jeff takes a couple of minutes, kind of regains his composure a bit. Yeah. Kind of wipes the tear from his cheek and like rubs the bloodshot eyes to kind of soothe them. And after a minute says, "She's not in hell, is she?" And Azareth looks like, "I don't think so. No. You shouldn't have to do that again." And just like, good. Picks up the orb again, and it begins to glow, and his scales change color once more, and his eyes open and are white. He's there for a few moments, and he doesn't say anything. And then you just hear him say, "Hi." And there's another pause, and he says, "Yeah, I'm Jeff. I'm one of the Siegebreakers. We're on that world that's kind of cut off." Another moment of silence, and of a long pause, and then Jeff says, "Well, I just I was making sure she was okay. That's pretty much all. I'm gonna go now." And he drops the ball, and his eyes open again normally, and his scales return to normal. So I was just in a room with like a dozen gods.
Okay.
How are they doing?
Mostly curious what I was doing there.
It's fair. It's fair.
I did see the Raven Queen though, and Azareth is kind of like her curiosity is piqued. She's kind of like sitting with her chin in one hand, just paying attention.
A heavenly council.
And Jeff kind of continues. I couldn't I didn't really get to hear much of the conversation because like as soon as I came in, they all turned to me because they noticed that I had come there. I guess the scrying isn't. It didn't seem like it was fully two ways, but they definitely knew that I was there, watching. So they kind of stopped talking and asked me some questions that I think you probably heard me answer. Who was I? Where was I from? What was I doing there? What do I want? The Raven Queen was mostly silent until I said that I was there to check on her, and then she kind of turned to them, the rest of them, and said something about how I was one of the ones she had been talking about. So I guess she was talking about us. But there was that bit about the eye where you're supposed to be able to see people's intentions and not just their whereabouts and stuff. I actually did. I felt what she wanted to do. So it seemed like she was there to try and convince them to reopen the gateway between here and the other worlds. She was trying to convince them that it was time. And Azareth kind of nods and says, "Well, that is what I hoped would be the case. Didn't know what to think, though. Thank you for..."
Open the
gates.
universe. Stop having it be closed.
Yeah, so Azareth kind of ponders on this for a moment and says, I suppose it makes sense. Things are coming to a head soon. Very good. Well, you know where the next annulus is, right?
Yeah, we have a.
Doesn't your daddy problems have one?
Wait,
What?
which one of us?
Priest.
Ah,
I'm not aware of the relationship. Is he good?
yeah, he's pretty chill.
Oh, okay. Your father figure. He has one, doesn't he?
I thought we had obtained the one from them. I didn't know he had one explicitly.
Unless I'm misremembering, he got the annulus and had to leave before you all could retrieve it.
I thought the dragons gave us an annulus.
They did. I feel
They
like
had
they
the-
did.
They had the annulus and they gave it to us.
I might be misremembering. Check.
I remember because it was the consolation prize. Sorry, your dad left. Here, have a magic donut.
What?
I'm pretty.
Deal.
I feel like I remember that.
Also, can you do me a favor? Yeah, go to this other place and get me a thing. Okay.
But Papa.
Papa. Father.
Okay, I am misremembering then. What did he ask you to get? I don't seem to
the
have
eye.
notes. I thought that was the
I
dragon.
knew he was my father.
Yeah, the dragon
Yeah,
did
we knew-
ask us to get the
Yeah, the
eye,
dragon
and
asked
then
us to get the eye. He
No,
never
it
met
was
with my father.
definitely Tad Cooper.
yeah,
That one I know for sure. It was Tad Cooper who asked you to get the eye.
yeah.
I thought the old man dragon? Is that Tad
Uh,
Cooper?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's an old. He appeared as an old man.
The
yeah,
ones
and
who
then
were
I'm
like,
pretty
hey, there's
sure.
some shady shit on your mountain. And he's like, what?
Yeah,
Brr.
I'm pretty sure the three like dragonborn guards, like they handed an annulus over to us, didn't they? I feel like I remember that.
One of those dragon people gave us an annulus.
Yeah.
And that was the one that were tracking up there.
Okay, cool. Then give me a second to redo something.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. That'll work. Okay. Gerald just
Hell yeah.
went somewhere else.
Ah, Gerald.
Schrodinger's father, not his actual father, just the father inside his
Yeah.
box.
Father.
Don't question it, Nick. Don't question it.
It's too late. It's already been questioned.
I can't give you an answer.
Wait,
I
so you all
did-
still have an annulus?
Then
No. The annulus we got from the dragons was the one we used, I thought.
No, the annulus
we
you
took
got
one
on
from
the
the island.
islands was the one you
Oh,
used.
we did.
yeah, we did.
Yeah, we have an extra annulus then.
Yes.
Huh. Okay. Good to know.
Everything all right over there, DM?
Yeah, that was like 5 or 6 sessions ago that I mixed that up then. All right.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool.
It happens.
It
I
be like that sometimes.
Think
Donuts
That
are
I-
hard to keep track of.
yeah. I ate
Every
too
time I
many
get
of
one,
them.
there's like a dozen there, and then I look back and there's like 3 there, and I'm
Yeah,
like, where did they go?
exactly. I just lose track of all of them.
It's crazy.
1 minute there's 4 boxes, and the next there's 4 donuts. I don't know where they go.
Did they eat the boxes? I don't get it.
I don't actually like donuts all that much. I don't eat them that often.
I don't eat them often because I have small stomach, but they're good. Some are good.
Some are good.
Fresh Krispy Kreme is.
Yeah.
All right. I think.
Therefore, you are.
Yeah, this can work still. All right, cool. Good. We're good. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
No, it
No,
actually should be
did you
fine.
hear-
It actually should be fine.
Okay.
All right. So yes, you have the second annulus. So Zariel will continue and say, I think you should make haste to get to the next site. You know where it is? The one that corresponds to the annulus you have?
Vague.
No.
I'm not
I think
awake.
I know vaguely.
Like
She-
we know about where, but
She snaps open another piece of paper and kind of lays it out in the air in front of her, just sort of levitating. And it's a map. It's a map of the continent. And she kind of points out where the mountains were, and then where the relics that have been found were, and then where the other two relics are supposed to be, based on what you guys saw in that that little crystallized thing. And kind of drawing a couple of lines in her head, says, I think, based on what I know, so these 8 are, of course, off the board. Whoa! You might not know about that one. This one over here,
yeah.
you met, Kersha, yes?
Kesha?
Kersha.
Yeah.
Duke
it's
King
Shadra's.
Pentrum's daughter? Daughter.
Yeah.
And Shadra's confidant. She found a relic. A pair of relics, actually. So those are secure. And then you know about the others between you and the other group. The King of Dane still only has one. There are 2 remaining. I don't know for sure if the annulus you have is for this one, but I think it's a good guess to give it a shot. So go down here, and she kind of points to the relic that is kind of southmost on the continent, still in Dane, kind of west of Tolisker. And it is the gauntlet Vindex, which bears the sigil of Torn.
Hell yeah, that's Ilya's.
Hell yeah.
Better get in good with your god. Well, your god better get in good with you before then.
I'm mad at him right now. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
He's just sleeping on
Don't
the
talk
couch.
to me, I'm angry.
I hate it.
Yeah. So she kind of points you there and says, it's probably best if you go south.
All right.
It seems to be the next destination, seeing as the others are here. And she points to the shrouded isles, the ones that are supposed to be inaccessible. So they should be getting that one soon. And then all we have to do is destroy chaos itself.
That's all?
Because
Simple.
once that 10th weapon is released, I think...
Yep.
Yes, I think he'll be back.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah. I don't see how this could, doom us or anything like that. It's probably going to be fine.
You're ready, right?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good luck. She
Thanks.
burns out of the place. I really need to get well, it's too late at this point, but I need to get a consistent accent for her. It's all over the fucking
No.
place.
Nah, she a devil. She picks them up from people that she sees. She just changes. It's fine.
Ooh, I like it. Actually, she cycles through like souls that she's consumed.
Yeah. Done. Easy.
There we go. There we go.
So good. I hate it.
It is really good though, actually.
all the lords of hell just change their accents willy nilly.
It's
Yeah.
really
I'm-
good. Piss off.
That's really good.
Yes, my shitty DMing comes in handy.
Fuck off with that.
Hell
nonsense.
yeah.
It's not shitty. Don't talk about yourself like that.
I mean, my accents
Yeah.
are, but fair.
I have it on good authority. Somebody will come beat you up if you keep that up.
That's true. That's true. Maybe she'll even drop a
I know a
person on
guy.
me.
I'm sending a guy your way. Don't
I
worry.
volunteer as tribute.
No.
No.
No. All right. Cool. So, what you doing, Siegebreakers?
Sleeping.
Yeah, let's chill until Cayenne is well enough to travel.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that's probably
Because I
good. And then we're
imagine
going
you
to-
have exhaustion. Don't you have like a level or two of exhaustion after you come back from the dead?
I don't know. Probably
I think
5.
so.
I know it's more than 1, but like less than
So 6 is death. So
4?
let's say 5. I don't know.
No, that's just mean.
I mean, she has to
Although,
rest
side
for
story.
she has to rest for 4 days anyway.
Yeah.
So let's
I
well
have
yeah
a case
let's
of the dead.
let's call
We'll
it
take our
4 so that she
time.
gets no exhaustion and her strength is back to normal at the same time.
We'll take our time leaving the forest.
Yeah.
Just take it a couple of days to rest. Kayana regains a point of strength each day, and for the most part, the woods are still relatively peaceful. As soon as you get outside of them, that's going to change drastically again. But the woods themselves are pretty okay. What's up?
Does she get any of her color back? The very slight faded.
No, that seems to be
Okay.
permanent.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna mention
that
but...
slight pallor is permanent, and after 4 days, Kayana, you're a little bit better at like shutting off the random like shadows you see in your periphery. You're a little better at shutting them out, but they're still kind of present.
Sure, and I imagine by this point I've probably brought it up.
Yeah, and once or twice, like right before you go to sleep, like as you're closing your eyes and drifting off, you can just see the entire realm. It's not necessarily like scary per se, it's just kind of part of your existence now. And it's not every night, it's just there sometimes. You could feasibly learn to control it if you wanted to, but...
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yes. 100%.
Cool. Shit. So, after resting for several days and allowing Kaina to regain her strength, you decide to... That's amazing. Who posted that? That you, Nick? No, that was Harley. That's great.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking
gonna
beseech thee.
I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back.
Okay.
Lydia's been really into The Witcher. And by extension, me as well.
Nice.
We finished
It's a good show.
all the games and the show.
Oof.
And
Oh,
she's in the
you
middle of
even
it.
finished the
I'm not
first
quite
one?
caught up yet. Yeah.
Oh my
I played
god.
through everything, dude.
First was a terrible
Yeah.
game.
It is. It really is.
It's so bad. I could
There are
not
parts
play
of it-
more than like 4 hours of it. I was just like, this game
I
is
sat down and played the
unplayable.
whole thing.
Oof.
I am
Um,
impressed
my-
and also sorry.
To be fair, I did download a mod that let me meditate anywhere. So
Okay.
that cut a lot
Okay.
of my time down
Yeah.
and made it playable.
Yeah.
Not good, mind you, but playable.
Yeah, no, like it wasn't great.
Did you
there
did
were
you
parts where I
collect
did
all
have
of the
fun.
sex cards?
No, I didn't even collect one. I
Oh.
made him celibate the entire way through. Same
Good.
thing with the second game.
Cuz
I was
it's
pissed in the
It's
I was
bad.
pissed in the third game
Yeah.
because, like, from the very beginning, I know who Yennefer was. I was like, I'm saving myself for Yennefer. So I was celibate throughout all of the games. Like, anytime I could make a choice to sleep with someone, I was like, no,
Mhm.
no, thank you.
You're not
It's
Yennefer.
it's the
Yeah.
worst in the first game. Like the third one, at least the scenes where you can have sex, like at least there is characterization of the women and they're treated as actual human beings. In the first one, it literally reduces women to trading cards.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
care for that.
100% objectification. And it's
It was
just
not good.
it's just in poor taste.
But like, the thing that really pissed me off though,
Yeah.
was in the second game, you were in a relationship with Triss, even though like I stopped those advances every chance I got. They
Mhm.
like forced you into that. So when you hit the third game, Yennefer's pissed at you for sleeping with Triss, but it's like I didn't even get that choice to do that, and I didn't pick her. Stop being mad at me. Stop. And that's another thing that I really don't like. Yennefer's pissed that you sleep with Triss, but like you didn't have your memory and Triss took advantage of you. So why isn't she mad at Triss?
So she is for part of it. It's not as blatant as her anger at Geralt. I personally think the Triss Geralt relationship is better. Both of them are founded on BS. Like the wish that Yennefer makes is basically the same amount of like this is maybe not true love as Geralt falling for Triss because he lost his memory, in my opinion. So
the
yeah,
Yennefer
it's
made
not
a wish?
it's not dealt with as much in the games. But the
'Cause
way
I
that
haven't
they
read the books yet, but I've watched the show.
so it's not mentioned at all in the show. Well, no, yes it is. Yes it is.
Because Geralt
The
makes
genie.
wishes in the show.
The genie.
Yeah, the djinn.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Geralt makes the wishes.
Trying to
Does
remember if
Yennefer
it's
do it in the book?
yeah. No, you're right. It is Geralt. It's Geralt in the books too. I was misremembering. It is Geralt, but that wish is ostensibly the reason that Yennefer goes for him. So in my mind, it's kind of just as fake. I don't know.
I mean, this is true.
But that
my
said,
problem with
that
this-
means that I think people who want Yennefer's relationship with Geralt are just as valid as those who want Triss's. I don't really judge either way. I prefer Triss because I prefer redheads.
You know what? That is incredibly valid, and I would be with you 100% because same. But it's just the thing, like, she lies to him, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that really gets me, is that she doesn't tell you that Yennefer is a thing, and she lies to him.
That's
to use
true.
him.
I think it's
And that's
made
just
a
what irritates me.
little more sympathetic in the books because it is phrased as when Triss is doing this with Geralt, she's still kind of immature. She doesn't really know what love is about. And it's like really kind of her first exposure to it. So she's described as being kind of childish in her love. At least when they're kind of first establishing the relationship. And like she kind of comes to realize later that it was a mistake. So it's a little more sympathetic in the books, but you're right, it's still a lie and it's not great.
Yeah. Anyways.
Good try.
Get your rant done. Geralt's a hot mess.
True.
Hey,
True
He's
that.
in love with Lambert.
I mean, same.
He's her favorite.
Yeah, same.
She wants to shove him in a lake.
Is that a metaphor?
Yes and no.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, like you guys played Three Houses,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so you know that chapter where Yuritsa is just standing in front of the fish pond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just yeet.
Yeah, she says, "I just want to run at full speed and tackle him into the water."
Yeah.
That's how I show my affection. I'm like, you know what? Yeah.
Fair.
Alright.
Anyways,
Excellent.
tangent over.
All right, yeah. Where were we? D&D. Right. Kayana's getting her strength back, and y'all are gonna leave the forest.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you taking Zariel's advice and going south to the relic?
I mean,
I mean,
No.
she pulled out a map.
I mean, it's technically up
Yeah.
to you. I'll railroad you there either way, but it's technically up to you.
I mean, I
Wow.
kind of want to know what happens if we go. Just say no. Let's go north. Then suddenly we get teleported south. Be crazy. But yeah, no, I think we should go south.
Yeah, we should go south.
Probably what would happen is that at some point you'd get to Erevar, and that army would be like, "We have to go south. There's a big battle happening," and they'd take you with them. And if you refuse, then you might actually lose the game.
Sick.
Because, I mean, if you're not there to prevent it, somebody who you don't want to get that relic might get that relic. And that could be bad.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good.
that could be pretty awful.
Alrighty, so going south. So I'm not going to do like daily travel montages or anything like that, but what I am going to do is kind of set the scene a bit. So the Indigo Wood is a little bit of a sanctified area. There is not too much darkness that has begun to set upon those woods. They are enchanted in a way that seems to throw off the effect of Fronglathor's influence. That said, as pretty much as soon as you step outside of the tree line, you can see evidence of Wraithhearts having been through and just completely destroyed patches of grassland, ruined farms that have just been overtaken by a blight. These coiling black thorned vines growing over pretty much every fence you pass. Groups of Wraithhearts actually traveling throughout the land. That I believe, as we established before, you all will take the time to exterminate as you go.
Oh yeah. Fuck those guys.
So as you continue kind of laying waste to the forces of Fronglathor as you go, the scenery does not get better. If anything, it gets worse as you go deeper into the heart of Dane. It is overrun. What may or may not be comforting is that you stop seeing people very much. As you go further south, there are fewer and fewer people on the roads, fewer corpses on the sides of the roads, fewer signs of struggle, just generally less population.
Okay.
And actually, go ahead and make a perception check for me, everybody. Since somebody is going to need to control Jeff in combat, if they wouldn't mind making his role as well, that'd be super cool.
Yay, me.
Oh shit, we're going to have one more follower than person. Jeff is still here.
What?
I can control Aqualaria still.
No, I'm not talking about her. Alright, it's
Yeah,
fine.
so-
We'll get there when we get there.
Jeff's add-on.
Oh, you're no longer dead, Kayana. Well, no.
I mean-
So on D&D Beyond, the like sidebar that has
Oh,
all the
yeah.
characters that are in it,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it used to say like parentheses dead.
Yeah.
Cracked me the fuck up.
Danaeus is actually going to take his leave, telling him that he's going to go and get Jeff's armor built.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Actually, I was only going to do this if Jeff left. Should I still do it?
Yes.
Yo, Bog Witches, what's up?
Do it.
You're right. You're
Yo.
more right than you know. I'll roll for it. Let's find out. If it's
Fair
above a 10, he does it. If it's below a 10, he don't.
YOLO.
That's a 9, he don't.
Aw.
Alright.
Can you tell us later what it would have been?
I can tell you now. He was if Jeff was leaving with him, he was actually going to give his Ulvari armor to you, Ilya.
Oh. No, let Jeff keep it then.
I mean, Jeff is going to get his own regardless. It was if they had both left, he was going to leave his with you and make them both new armor. But since
Fair.
Jeff is staying and he's leaving, he's just going to go and make Jeff's. Maybe when he
we
comes back with it, he'll give you his. Or make one for you. Something like that.
Maybe.
But he will not give you one right now. So, what were perception checks?
Oh, 28.
That's good.
Yeah.
Jeff and
6,
I both
good.
got 15.
15s. Okay, cool. Kayana, you're the only one who notices it, and even as you kind of point it out, the others kind of just have to take your word for it. There is, at one point, a larger-looking mass of Wraitharts, and as you all get closer to them to try and take them on, although you're a little worried at the numbers, Kayana, you notice something interesting about this group of Wraitharts. While all of the figures do seem to be black, as you get slightly closer, some of the black in the horde is more metallic than others, and actually seems to have silver trim. And you recognize this as the livery or the armor of the Danish military. They actually seem to be fighting against the Wraitharts. There are soldiers in combat with them.
Didn't the Danes used to have black armor?
I said black, as with trim of silver.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Now I understand.
Yep,
Wheels are still turning.
That has, I think, always been their armor, black with silver trim.
It has been. Sorry, I interpreted that a little bit weirdly.
Gotcha. No worries.
I've caught the dumb.
It's alright, I always had it.
Hell yeah.
Yes, so you can tell that there are actually Danish soldiers now who are fighting back against the Wraitharts and taking matters into their own hands.
Hell yeah.
Morthos, if you're watching, good job.
Hell yeah.
Because that's almost single-handedly his work.
Awesome. You love to see it.
Yeah. Yep, so you don't even need to intervene there, because after a bit, the Danish soldiers wipe out this cadre of Wraitharts, and you can move on. There are a few others that you meet throughout your travels, and a couple of times you again see Danish soldiers fighting against them, but they seem to be relatively sparse in this area. And you'll find out why in a bit. So you continue traveling southward, and as you do, one day, you get into an area that you think is rather close to where this relic is supposed to be. Jeff is pretty sure of this using landmarks that he recognizes or can divine from the position of the sun and where he knows you've been, etc. So he's pretty sure that you all are getting close, but the landscape is changing a bit. Whereas a lot of this in Dane is sort of grassland in the central region, with sparse forest here and there, you're actually getting into a bit of wetland and what almost seems to be swamp territory. And
fuck, there really is a black dragon.
I wasn't joking.
Yeah, I didn't figure he was.
Nope.
I mean, I didn't figure you were, but like, oh. Sorry.
And the dirt beneath your feet turns to mud, and this sucking, deep, swampish goop that becomes very difficult to travel through. Your pace slows down considerably as you're having to kind of pick each step kind of up out of this swampish water. I hope that was pleasant for everybody.
Oh, very much so.
That's a good one. Bye, Nick. I'm done. It's okay. Yeah, so travel is just getting not super fun. But Jeff notices something as you all are walking. They're kind of faint as they get covered up by the water from the swamp kind of rushing back in, but he can actually pick out at points bits and pieces of tracks from a very large group. And he notices something interesting about this. There are humanoid footsteps that look like, they might have been shoes or boots or something. And then there are smaller ones that leave a smaller imprint in the ground that look almost lizard-like or draconic in some way. They're small and they have like 3 pointed toes. But the way they're splayed makes him think that they are reptilian of some kind.
Cobots.
Could be. Continuing along through this bog, it's only a few miles, but it takes like most of the day to get through. But as you near, I guess, the epicenter of this bog, your steps, your footsteps, and the sounds you're making traversing this schlorpy area is augmented a bit by distant roars and thundering crashes and booms, which are relatively frequent but quiet as you're far away. And as you approach, they get louder and louder until it's this almost deafening roar. And as you are traveling, you even pass a corpse of a dragon, a full, not quite adult actually, like adolescent to later adolescent.
Sub-adult.
Yeah, not wormling, but not fully grown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a bronze dragon, but it's only barely noticeable that it's bronze because it is so covered in swampy muck that
That's
only
not
a
good.
bit of the dull glow of its scales glints through. As you get closer, you find another corpse, and at this point, you can actually begin to see lightning filling the skies and gouts of flame flashing across the clouds. And you can hear individual draconic roars coming from up ahead. You pass another corpse, this time a blue dragon. Similarly young, although this one's probably a bit older than the last. It stretches maybe 35 feet in length of its body, and then again in the tail. You are kind of sticking to where you can stay below dead trees and shrubs and kind of keeping out of sight. But you are very definitely nearing a battleground. And it is at this point that Ilya, your mind, like suddenly the sounds of this battle and of the swamp around you kind of fade. And a voice enters your mind. It's a little bit different than the one you're used to. And at first, it sounds strange, like it's almost a lilting tone, and smoother than the one that you're used to hearing, but it gets a little bit more of a rasp as it's going, and it turns into the voice of Gerald. And this voice says to you, "You are needed. The battle rages, and I need you to help me turn the tide." As you exit the swamp, see a clearing, well, a crater. Come to the center of that crater.
Oh, yes. All right. I can do that.
Make haste. We need you soon. And then the voice cuts out.
Guys, we gotta go.
Where are we going?
I just start running.
Ah,
Alright, Jeff begins crashing through the mud after her. He'll actually look at you two and offer one of you to get up on him. Because he can shove through the muck faster than you.
I'll jump on him.
Yeah,
and then when I jump on him, I'm gonna reach in my bag and grab a thing and go, by the way, Kaina, we got a relic for you. Okay, we'll give it to you in a minute.
I imagine we did that previously because that was in my
Well,
bag.
you didn't say it. No, I'll let that one slide.
That was actually what I was just about to bring up. I need stats.
Yes, you do. And let me check something because I have a sneaking suspicion.
I'm absolutely making it a quarterstaff, by the way.
Hell yeah.
I have a sneaking suspicion that we're about to go on an intermission. Yep, we sure are.
Oh hell yeah.
Everything okay?
I forgot to write down the stats.
Dance party.
because we have an hour left and a
Yes.
combat to get through. So,
Hell yeah. Oh, no.
you should have now Gvald in. That's not the right scene. Discord.
Whoa.
You should have Gvald in your stats, Kayana, and everybody else's should be updated, and you now know what spells you can cast
already?
this level. No. Just, I'm saying you should be able to write it in. Sorry. You should have it on
Discord?
Discord. That's the word.
Yes, I do have it on Discord.
Cool. And... good shit. So, you are approaching this battlefield, and you could see dragons fighting overhead. These clashing titans in the skies are literally kind of raining fire and lightning and all other sorts of falling icicles. It is a cataclysmic fight that you are witnessing. And as you burst through sort of what constitutes a half tree line, the swampish territory probably used to be a forest of some sort, and there's enough dead trees around to make it sort of a separate biome. As you kind of break through that barrier, you can see out before you a ground battle kind of mirroring the one above. And there is an army of... there are actually 3 different armies. There are chromatic kobolds, blues, blacks, reds, etc., fighting against a unified front of Danish soldiers, a few Erivari soldiers, although not many have made it this far south yet, and metallic kobolds as well. Kind of all fighting against that group of chromatic kobolds, and then sort of hitting both sides from the flank are an army of Wraithhearts. This, however, is not your goal. Your goal is through some of them, but on the other side, you can see this wide, yawning crater a few hundred yards away that sort of opens up in the middle of this battlefield. It's not immediately clear what has made the crater, but it's clear that it hasn't been there for long, as there are piles of disturbed earth and rubble and enormous boulders that have just been flung apart, strewn about the battlefield for several hundred yards in all directions, such that even as you exit and just see this thing at the edge of your vision, there's a huge boulder just to your left that very clearly came from that crater recently. That is your road.
Yeah, let's make our way over there. I'm gonna cleave my way through as many Wraithhearts as I can on the way.
All right.
I'll just fucking running.
Just charging through. You kind of angle yourselves towards the more friendly side, so that you get through with a little bit less fighting. But effectively, the way it works is, let me rotate the view. So you're here, this is you guys. This is the whole battlefield. The Wraithhearts are kind of in this band, kind of coming downwards towards the other 2 armies, which are clashing here. So you're kind of going through the Wraithhearts into the friendly army so that you can pass through them quicker. But still do some damage to the Wraithhearts from behind, flanking them. And you crash into them, spells firing and blades swinging, cutting down Wraithhearts left and right as you just push your way through this mass. And the front does actually kind of falter and break a bit, and as you break through it, there are a few Danish soldiers who are ready to fight, and then they see not Wraith faces, and they're shit, and they just kind of move aside, and then as you go past them, they charge into the hole that you left, and begin breaking the Wraithhearts' ranks apart where they can get a hold. As those soldiers kind of flood back into your place, trying to break the Wraithhearts' formation in that way, you push forward, now in effectively friendly territory, and kobolds and soldiers alike kind of see that you're not what they're fighting and move out of the way for you, allowing you passage towards this crater. And
pissed half elf with like sleepy eyes but angry eyebrows, like running through, and they're just like,
I was like, okay, just go.
Yeah.
I don't.
chill, we're cool.
We're good.
So you break through the other side of this battle, and you see the first few dragons that you've seen that are not on the ground, or that are not in the air, I mean. The others are all kind of flying above, fighting this battle in the skies, not paying too much attention to what goes on down below. And the deafening roar of their fight even kind of overtook the din of the fighting on the ground. Just constant roaring and clashing of claws against hard scales. Yeah?
Well, that's not good.
What's not
I
good?
Want to Break Free by Queen is playing in the background as we're like,
Thundering and lightning, very, very frightening.
Very, very frightening.
What's wrong, Nick?
Oh.
Did
You
you
good?
did you stop being able to hear me?
Yeah, no, I could see me perfectly fine on Twitch, but I couldn't. All of y'all froze, and I couldn't hear any of you.
Oh, that's not good.
We're good. Fixed.
Okay, cool. Anyway, thundering and lightning, very, very frightening. You break through, and you see the first 3 dragons. 5 dragons. Yes. That are not in the sky. And they are kind of pitched against each other down inside of this crater. And in fact, 2 of them, one chromatic and one metallic, have just massive scars on their backs, and you can kind of match them to some particularly deep parts of the crater, where perhaps they were thrown down from the skies and broke through part of the crust of the earth. And then the battle resumed here, widening that into an enormous crater. The fight has come to a bit of a standstill. There are 3 chromatic dragons and 2 metallic. You recognize both of the metallic dragons, and there is a humanoid standing next to the gold one. The gold is the one that you saw Gerald flying away on. The silver is Tad Cooper.
Hell yeah.
The 3 they are facing off against are a red, a blue, and a black. The red is the damaged of the 2, and Tad is the damaged metallic one. He's not looking too bad, but he's definitely hurt. And they're kind of at a stalemate. They're kind of doing a little bit of a circling, not quite going back at it yet, sort of sizing up their likelihood in the fight. As while Tad and the gold dragon, whose name I don't believe you know, are a bit bigger and older, the black dragon is also fully grown. But the other 2 chromatics are a bit smaller. They're adult, but not ancient. And so they're kind of trying to size up the power of the other side. And as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah?
Wait. 4 Aqualaria.
You 4,
Clanky.
Aqualaria, Clanky, and...
Didn't
Gnaeus
leave?
left. Yes, Gnaeus left. So the 6 of you, as you crest over the side of the crater, the gold dragon gives just the slightest glance over in your direction. And as he does so, the blue and red dragon lunge at him and kind of slam into him. He is mostly ready for it and takes one claw to the chest of each one and kind of absorbs the shock as they push him back into the wall of the crater. he lifts upward with a great flap of his enormous wings, which, when unfurled, span probably half the diameter of this enormous crater. They blot out most of the floor in shadow, and he beats his wings once and twice, and even with the other two dragons in arm, begins to lift off of the ground. You hear, in your mind, the words from the dragon, "Join Geralt. Tad and I will take these two." And Tad also begins to lift off, and the gold dragon and him basically just push these other two into the sky. So you are left with Geralt in the crater and a black dragon that has not yet moved.
Ah.
So let's jump into
Fuck up,
Tailspire.
All right, Tailspire. There it is. Found it. Good. Oh,
Programs.
they added a rural farm assets.
You sure did.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh, if you guys have to update...
It
fuck.
shouldn't.
Nah, mine's updated.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whew.
I was just looking at the patch notes.
Because it was like a
pop up
gig.
on
I was like, oh no.
That would take 15 seconds. It's fine.
For you.
Yeah.
It took me like a couple, like not long, but like a couple minutes.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Oh yeah. We're professionals.
We're
Uh,
something.
Oh,
There we go.
battle music though.
There is battle, or there, wait, what?
That battle music though.
Oh, I thought I silenced it and made it not load on start. Guess not.
Unless I got battle music so I'm playing from something else, which is possible, but I don't think so.
Do you like the name of this one?
Tomb of the Siegebreakers. Ah, well, no, no, can't say.
Oh, that's a thick boy.
He thick.
He is thick.
Uh, wait.
Huh, yeah, it's
Oh, he big.
okay.
Oh, that's your dad. Oh,
Big.
your dad thick too.
I know. What a good lad.
Whoa, no. All right, hold on. Check out your dad's facial hair.
Excellent.
That mustache.
Isn't it good?
That's
Nerd. My
a good
God.
lad.
Your daddy looks hella fluffy. Yeah.
Where were we? Here?
I don't know.
All right. So, despite it being a crater, there's still like water and dead things around and hazards and boulders.
Yeah.
The water is black sludge-like shit that you definitely don't want to step in. And yeah, this dragon, as you all are just running down the hill towards Geralt, this dragon just begins bearing down on him and watching you all approach. Geralt draws his... What does he use, Ilya?
He probably uses a longsword.
Sweet. Draws a longsword. You know? Fuck.
Longsword and big ol' shield.
He's Jeff with a longsword. That's how we're gonna do this. He's just another level.
Hell yeah.
Did we level Jeff up?
I don't
I
know.
think you did last time.
Cool.
Yeah, level 11 fighter.
Yeah. So Geralt is also a level 11 fighter. There we go.
Wait a second. If anything, he'd probably be a paladin.
That's true. He would be. That's very true. Okay. Give me a sec.
Yeah, take your time. Do what you got.
No, I should not take my time. This is a tense battle and it needs to be happening. Where are you, RPG Tinker? You are.
Should I do that?
It was he's an elf as well, right? We
No,
decide-
he's human.
Oh, he's human. Okay. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Are we human
No.
or are we dancers?
Oh. I don't. That's as much of the song as I can recall off the top of my head. Otherwise, I'd carry it on.
My signs are vital, and my hands are cold. And I'm on my knees, praying for the answers. Are we human, or are we dancers?
All right, listen here, show off.
Yes. The answer is yes.
I've worked in retail for too long. I've heard too much on the radio.
It's fair. I played that song a lot on Rock Band.
I played Du Hast on Rock Band a lot.
Hell yeah.
Do you guys ever have those like insignificant memories that just stay with you for the rest of your life?
Yes.
I call that my life.
I bring this up because there was
Excellent.
one single time this guy I went to high school with, this was one of those days where all of us homies got together and just hung out after school on a Friday. And
This
we were
is
playing
Ronnie.
Rock Band. This is Ronnie. We're playing Rock Band, and he pulls up Du Hast, and the entire thing is just like, meow. Meow.
No, I remember this.
All right, Gerald's character sheet is there.
remember
He also has two. I don't know. What are the smites called? The holy smite? I don't even know.
I don't know, I've never played a paladin.
There are smites.
I know. I just can't remember exactly what they're called. Divine smite?
Yeah.
Or do they change? Is it like a level thing?
Some of them are spells, but the base is just divine smite. Like
Okay,
the
and he would
paladin
have
feature itself.
improved divine smite because he's level 11. Okay, so yeah, he has spell slots. I'll say he can do it at 3rd level, so 3d8. 4d8 if it's an undead or fiend, which doesn't apply here. Yeah, so that's effectively he has the ability to do. If he can do it at 3rd level, I don't know. What does he have? How many slots would he have?
13 wisdom.
Okay.
Like father, like daughter.
He's got 4 level 1 slots, 3 level 2 slots, and 3 level 3 slots for those smites. So he can do 1d8 4 times, 2d8 3 times, and 3d8 3 times.
Okay.
Basically,
I've never played a paladin before, so
it's literally just like
damage.
yeah. So that character sheet is mostly just fighter plus 1 cast of a heal wounds and the smites. So not full on paladin.
Right.
Because
Paladin
it would
light.
take a while to build a level 11 paladin. I'm not doing that right now. He should still lend you plenty of power with 3 great sword attacks per turn.
Yeah.
I love her.
All right. So,
She's being very. Oh, never mind. I jinxed it. I was about to say she's being very patient.
She was. It's because she couldn't move. I was holding her.
Ah.
Your initiative modifier, like father, like daughter.
Wait,
all right.
you have a
let's
non-negative initiative modifier?
let's roll
Yeah,
some
my dex is
initiative.
10 and his is 11.
Alright. Yeah.
Oh, I should do a second one for Aqualaria. Wow, she did better than me.
Yay, me!
Yeah. You got more than a 9? Hell yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Alrighty, 20 or above.
20.
Nice. Wait.
Aww.
Right?
so happy.
Showing off for my dad. Ironically, he got a 1.
Like father, like daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I learned it
Alright.
from you.
15 to 20.
17.
Aqualaria got a 17.
All right. What are dex bonuses?
2.
All right.
This happened last time.
Wartalk goes
This did
first.
happen last time.
Aqualaria. No, that's Kayana. Aqualaria goes second. 10 to 15.
Jeff got 14.
13.
Oh right, I didn't put Jeff's thing in here because he was. Wait, didn't I?
No, Jeff's not here.
Right. So there are 7 of you because Gerald. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Father.
Papa.
Also, there needs to be a Cayenne. Oh, there is a Cayenne token. Okay.
There is.
Yeah, there
yes.
is. Don't you worry.
So you said Jeff
I
got a
didn't see it at
14.
first.
You said
Yes,
Jeff got a
did
14.
Yes.
Right. 10. What? Who else was 10 to 15?
Kayana got a 13.
Right. And what did Clanky get?
2.
All right. And then Gerald got a.
1.
No.
Alrighty.
He rolled a nat 1, and he does not have any modifiers.
All right.
Sometimes it be that way.
Ilya, you are up first.
Cool. I'm slapping down Death Ward on my father. Well, first off, we run into battle, yes?
Oh yeah.
So I run up right next to my dad with my weapon out, say, long time no see, slap him with a Death Ward.
Hell yeah.
And then I am going to fire off the Ambitious Blast
Nice.
Yeah.
at fucking
Yeah.
Dragon No Nuts over there.
Yes.
So
Oh,
that's-
he's pissed.
how many darts is
Rah!
it? 3. Cool.
Yeah. So I was distracted by a wiggling dragon.
17 and 2 15s.
Okay. None of those hit.
Fuck!
Oh.
Runs in all cool like, what's up? Miss. Miss.
Well, they all impact. They just fizzle against the dragon's extraordinarily tough and magical hide.
He said, I'm resistant to magic, you bitch! Fuck you. Alright, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Gerald, after you cast the death ward on him, looks at you, nods, and says, "Let's kill a dragon." And then watches you slam it with 3 rays. But none of them do too much. He doesn't look phased by that. He just cracks a knuckle and draws his sword. All right,
I
Wartalk.
weakened it.
Yo, it's me. I'm gonna cast Hex.
Okay, the dragon be hexed.
And now I'm gonna...
Right, because
I'm
that one's not a
gonna-
save. It's just a straight thing.
Yeah, it's just on
And
him
you
now.
get a-
I'm gonna
you get
do
a pick a
regular...
stat.
Say what now?
You get to pick a stat to weaken.
Oh. Oh. Hell, I never do that part. Freaking...
I usually just pick strength. That way they
yeah.
can't grapple well.
Yeah, we'll do strength. That works. Hit him with that
Okay.
strength.
So it's strength checks and saving throws?
Not
Wait.
saving throws.
Oh, okay.
Just checks.
Gotcha.
If it was saving throws, that'd be broken for a level
Does
1.
that
Hell yeah.
include attacks?
No.
Okay, cool.
No. Just
That'd be
checks.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
So
cool.
like.
So
things like-
for
I think
things like grapples.
Jumping.
Yeah,
Like
or a
grappling
long
and
jump or
jumping.
high jump, stuff like that.
Or anything, because you can pick any of the stats.
Yeah.
So like, if they were just making a general wisdom check, like you can make them take disadvantage on that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Fair.
Generally, strength is the good one to pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Hell
He
yeah.
is gargantuan, so
Yeah.
It's fairly large.
Well, he's got disadvantage.
Suck it. 17, 26, and 23.
Oh,
2
that's
of those
better
hit.
than me.
Okay. I've got a legendary weapon. Do this, we'll do this. Alright. So we got 28 total damage.
28. Okay. Alrighty. So 2 of the bolts slam into the dragon and sort of singe away at some of the scales. The third one slams into it, but again just kind of fizzles against the harder part of the scales. The other two finding slightly weaker points and making good contact.
Hell yeah.
Anything else? That was action, bonus
Nope,
action.
that's my turn.
Cool.
Yep.
Aqualaria is up.
That is a good question. Okay, so nobody's hurt. Nobody is hurt.
Mhm.
So
Not yet.
not well. It is coming. I know. I think. Let me just double check. I have this spell description right. 1 second.
Mhm.
Ooh, does she have a spare vial of holy water she can consume?
Yes. She would have had several, and she's not yet consumed one.
Oh, but this doesn't. Okay, we're not actually fighting any Fae or undead, though, is the problem.
True. Dragons are none of the above.
That's correct. So
They're cats.
they are. So in that case, I think we're going to cast Scorching Ray. Give me just 1 second to bring up the spell.
It's 3 rays, 2d6
yeah.
each, unless you cast it at higher levels, in which case it's 1
Okay.
extra ray per level.
Okay. Well, that's okay. So one of those definitely didn't hit. I'm almost certain the second one didn't hit. And
Was it a
then
natural one? The one that definitely didn't hit.
No, it was a 3.
Cool. That's all I care about.
The other one was a 6. These are also without the modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was 15 plus 7 is 22.
That'll hit.
Okay. So
Neither of the other two do.
Yeah. I had a feeling.
God.
And then 9 fire damage.
Alrighty. He is not immune to fire, because he is not red like the picture would suggest. Alrighty. So, one of Kyanna's scorching rays kind of slams into the side of the dragon's maw, scorching the softer flesh there a little bit. The other two fly wide.
Or Aqualaria?
Aqualaria.
Okay.
Alright. Next, it is the dragon's turn. And... let me see here. Yes, so as the battlefield is covered with a slight fog, you can still very clearly see the dragon because it's fucking huge and jet black. But he is going to take basically a hop into this fetid water to your north. And is going to, first off, just slam down right in front of you and give a deafening roar that threatens to terrify all of you. And I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Yeah. That one is cocked. Okay. I think our girls are in good shape.
Good. For you.
Clanky got a +0.
So Kyanna gets a 28.
Okay. Kyanna is uncowed by the dragon's frightful presence.
And Aqualaria gets whatever 17 plus 7 is.
Aqualaria likewise steels herself and her nerves against the dragon's onslaught.
Wartalk got an 18, and Clanky got a 17.
Those are both passes.
Bro.
Those are good, yeah. So, surrounded by friends and prepared to fight to the end, and Wartalk probably finding a bit of a well of courage after seeing Kyanna come back from the dead for a second time, pulls himself together and just hunches his shoulders forward and prepares for the worst.
Ilya got 17.
Okay.
Jeff got 15, and Dad got 7.
Oof.
Oh.
Uh,
Papa.
Geralt is, like, he kind of begins to step backward from the dragon and is not happy about the current situation. Jeff is almost able to keep his cool, but seeing that, like, his position is normally on the front line is against that, just takes a step backward. Alright, after the frightful presence, he is going to make his attacks, stepping forward once more to actually stand between Clanky and Jeff. Come on, turn the right way. There we go.
He's so quick.
He is, I mean, he's huge, so, like, a slight step of his does cover surprising ground. This is the first time you all have faced a creature this large, and it is impressive how agile it is for its size.
That's not entirely true. We fought a house.
We did.
This is bigger than a house.
This is larger than the guy that was chucking houses.
Yeah, this is larger than the.
Oh,
than
it
the
is
Colossus?
not. It is not larger than the Colossus. That's fair.
Okay.
It's the largest
Okay.
sentient thing you fought.
Ah.
Fair.
Okay. Dope.
We'll let that slide.
But that is a good point. The Colossus was definitely bigger. Yeah, so it is going to bite down at Jeff and swipe twice with its claws at Clanky. Against Jeff, that is a 24.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh, I need dice. D10s, D8s, and D6s. I think that's all he uses for his various attacks. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, so as he bites down towards Jeff, his teeth pierce through even Jeff's very finely made armor, dealing 16 points of piercing damage and another 11 points of acid for a total of 27, as he takes a significant bite, kind of crushing a few of Jeff's ribs in the process. Next, he will swipe twice at Clanky. The first of which is another 24.
Yeah.
And the second is a 27.
Yep. Yeah.
He takes 27 points of slashing damage as the dragon pulls its head off of Jeff and just crashes both of its claws, kind of pinching Clanky between them. For the first time, you see something that can actually just kind of hold Clanky in place. Because even the Colossus couldn't do that because its hands were too big. The dragon, its claws are like the right size to just sink into Clanky and pick him up.
Clanky, no.
Alright, that'll be the dragon's turn. Jeff is next. He is frightened. He is able to repeat the saving throw at the end of his turn.
Alright, he'll probably... Does he have to run when he's frightened?
He cannot willingly move closer. He does not have to run.
Okay.
And I
he's
believe
going to
attacks
then-
he makes are at disadvantage.
Right. I think I'll just have him take the dodge action for this turn.
Okay.
And then I can make the save for him again at the end?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Also, could you do me a favor and send me that elemental maneuver stuff? It's not on his
Yes.
page. 17?
That is a success. He is no longer frightened. As he takes the dodge action and prepares himself, the fighter instinct in him takes over and his mind unclouds, allowing him to recenter himself and prepare to fight the enemy before him.
Hell yeah.
My boy,
Hell yeah.
converting him by the end of this.
Let me get that description
In order.
to push it in. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. So Jeff takes the dodge action and manages to shake the effects of his scaredness. Kayana, your turn.
He does one of these. Snap out of it.
He just slaps himself
Yeah.
with like chill mort, so it's a
Okay.
little cold and kind of like, whoa.
Yeah. It's okay though. He's resistant. Yeah.
He
he's
is.
resistant to
Plus, he
poison.
wasn't like expending a charge. The blade just is
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I can still hear you.
So, first, I'm gonna point to Ilya. You got bless? Okay, then I'm running up to Jeff and casting haste on him.
Alrighty.
Oh wait, does it need to be touched?
Yes.
No, it's 30 feet. I do not
Oh, that's
run up to Jeff.
that's right. No, it doesn't. We always think it does in the other group because, what's his name? Farkin runs up and slaps Kramer on the ass, but he doesn't actually need to.
Right, yeah. So we're gonna stay where we are. Well, actually, we're not gonna stay where we are. We're going to cast haste on Jeff,
You sure?
and then we're gonna.
Sure you don't want to stay in
gonna...
melee range of the dragon?
No, we're gonna back the fuck up
Okay.
wherever 30
What is
feet
melee
is.
range of this dragon?
A lot.
Do we know
What movement?
his range?
Of movement or
It's like
of
10,
attack?
15 feet.
Attack.
Yeah, it's big.
Alright,
It's like
next
10, 15 feet probably.
Each of these squares, because these are like larger squares than we usually use.
Yes. Each
How
of
much
those
is a
squares is
square?
2x2.
Okay.
His
Did I
arms
get
look like
30
they could
feet
reach about
away?
15 feet.
I can't quite tell.
I'm not on the thing. Yeah, that looks like about 30 feet.
Okay. If this is kosher, then I'll be here. And then I am casting Shillelagh as my bonus action.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Clanky, comma space mister. It's up to you.
Punch. That would be ooh. Okay. Well.
So, guess what black dragons are? Chaotic
Big?
evil.
Evil.
Oh. Well, good. Okay. You're
Oh,
right.
don't I have a thing for that, don't I?
Probably.
Probably. Clanky definitely
Specifically
does.
me,
Yes.
I trained with the Elfari.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You have a thing for that. You do. Dirty 20 for the first hit.
Oh, that's chaotic.
Actually, well, wait. It's not a full-on. Ooh, now I have to make a choice. Hey, Nick,
Oh.
you're gonna make the
Yo.
choice. Pick odd or even.
Even.
Odd. Sorry. Nope, that's a miss.
All right. The second one was a nat one.
Ooh, roll it again.
17.
Okay. Yeah. It's actually okay.
Okay.
He stumbles forward a bit, but manages to keep himself upright and not fall into the swamp water.
That's something. Okay. That's his turn.
Cool. Gerald.
Father. He's frightened, yes.
Yes.
Question about smites.
Yeah.
Does he have to make an attack roll, or does the target make a saving throw?
He
When
makes-
he hits,
he makes an
he
attack
can
roll.
use the smite.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Ye-
And he is currently frightened, isn't he?
Yep, he sure
He
is.
can't move forward.
He cannot willingly move towards it. He does have a longbow, but attacks he would make are at disadvantage.
They are at disadvantage. Isn't he like too close for a longbow, anyways?
No. As long as he's not in melee range, a longbow is fine.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. I think I might, because he can't move closer, so I think I might just have him do.
And actually, right now, a longbow wouldn't even matter if it was at melee range, because the only thing is it's a disadvantage if it's melee range. He already has disadvantage, so it'd just be the same.
You rolled 3 dice and you picked the lowest one.
That would suck.
Yeah.
There is a good reason disadvantage does not stack.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have him do the same thing Jeff did.
Okay, he will dodge.
Take the dodge action and try and snap himself out of it.
He can make this with advantage, because you are next to him.
Yeah. Oh, that helped. 19.
Nice!
Hell yeah.
Alright, he
Oh, yeah.
takes the dodge action, and with his quasi-daughter next to him, he finds his courage once again, his courage in Torm and in you, and is able to steel himself once more and prepare for the fight ahead.
Yay.
Alright, and with that, Ilya, it is back to you. And actually, Jarrett will kind of reach out, put a hand on your shoulder, and like as he looks over to him, to you, you see the fear like leave his eyes. You see him calm back down, recenter, and say, "I'm going in."
Alright, if that is the case, then I shall I'm going to it's my turn, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to use a warlock spell slot to cast Bless
Okay.
instead of cleric one. So I essentially have enough.
To bless everybody.
I can, yes, everyone,
Cool, cool.
all 7 of us.
Nice.
Oh, we all got mail.
You just got a letter.
It's painted.
Wonder who it's from. Oh,
It's a paint there. Yeah, so everyone has Bless.
She blessed the peeps down in Swampy Land.
And
That was the best I could come up with, sorry.
No, you could. And Jeff got hurt, so I am going to use 2 healing lights. on
Okay.
him. Not great. 7. So he'll heal 7.
Okay.
And that will be my turn for now.
Okay, at the end of your turn, it is going to use a tail attack against Mr. Clanky.
Rude.
No.
a clank.
Ooh, I don't know what Clanky's AC is now. That is a 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh.
I think he might have a 19 AC. Hold on, I gotta pull up the thing again.
If it's 19, it still hits. It'd have to be 20 for it to be a miss.
No, we have him up to 18 AC.
Okay. Ah!
Dice down.
That was the same roll on the floor. Alright, that is 16 points of bludgeoning damage to Mr. Clanky.
Ow.
Hey,
Meanie.
that's not allowed.
Yes, it is, because he's a dragon.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Holy fuck.
he is a dragon. Shit.
That was the dragon's roar. It redlined my mic, so I think that counts.
Scared the shit out of me.
Sorry. Alright, that's gonna bring us to Wartalk.
Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna use...
With a mighty belch,
wow.
Wartalk unleashes.
You're blessed.
You are
Yes,
blessed.
I'm blessed. What's blessed give me again? I forget.
Plus 4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Plus a
Attack rolls-
d4.
Okay, yeah.
Plus
Plus 8
one
D4?
A
Whoa.
plus
D4.
one single D4.
Wow. I'm gonna use Quicken Spell.
All right.
Okay, not for what you think.
Aw.
I'm going to use Quicken Spell,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Jeff.
Okay.
And then-
Oh.
This is why we need our
Oh,
boy.
okay, he grew. He grew.
Jeff is enlarged.
And then wait, do I actually have another buff? Because like I could just shoot, but if I have another buff, that'd be hilarious.
As long as
buff that's not concentration.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was about
no.
to say.
No, okay. So no, I'm gonna shoot him for my second thing.
Alrighty.
Shoot the dragon.
Pew pew pew.
We've got a 25, a 29, and a 14.
2 hits.
All right.
Was that with your D4s?
It wasn't, but
Can't
the D4 won't
possibly
help for
change
14.
it. Yeah.
You
But
never
thank you,
know.
'cause I already forgot. Okay, we've got it's not bad. 29 total damage.
All right. That's the same as
Also,
before.
don't bunch up with me. If we're
Oh,
in a
you're
line,
right.
we're in danger.
All right. So the dragon takes another 2 eldritch blasts to the torso, sizzling, crackling purple energy and wreathing his chest. And he gives out another great roar, not really in pain so much as just ire that such a puny creature would be so insolent as to shoot at him.
Heh.
Uh-oh.
All right. Yeah, cool. Aqualaria.
She is going to. Cure wounds won't work on Mr. Clanky, will it?
Mm-mm.
Nah, has to be mending.
Who else is hurt?
Jeff took a tiny bit.
Jeff,
I think just Jeff has been
Yeah.
hit.
Jeff's down by about 20 HP.
Yeah, we're gonna use a cure wounds on Jeff.
All right.
Just a normal
Yay,
level
Jeff.
1. He gets 10 HP back.
Nice.
Thank you.
It should start.
Zog.
Oh, I need more d8s.
What? No, you don't.
I mean, 2
No,
is
just
not
substitute-
exactly enough for any breath weapon.
All right, you know what? That's fair. Just substitute D6s in. It'll be fine.
I just meant more from the bag, not more in general.
Yeah.
But I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Okay.
What does enlarge do? It gives him like extra to hit, right?
I think it's just extra
Gives him
damage
a-
and
he
advantage
gets
on strength
advantage
checks.
on strength.
Although I think that gets canceled out by the advantage that the dragon would get because of size class. I guess they'd both have advantage. I actually don't know how that interacts.
Because haste gives him extra AC and an extra attack.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Movement speed as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Doubles his
Ooh,
movement speed.
you deal a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah.
On enlarge?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
pasted it. Since your weapon grows too, you get 1d4
It's an
extra damage.
D4, yeah.
Okay.
And you do have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay, I'm gonna check something there, because I don't know what that would do with the dragon being gargantuan.
Yeah.
Who's best? Point is, I have a sheet of paper over here that I'm writing down all the extra stuff he gets. Track.
Yeah. Yeah, he has +2 AC. He gets 1 additional attack action, basically. Would you like me to list everything out in detail? Because I can do that.
Wait, say that again? Sorry, I was writing something down.
Your movement speed is doubled.
Okay.
You have +2 to AC.
Mm-hmm.
You have advantage on dex saves,
Mm-hmm.
and you gain 1 additional action that can be used to attack once,
Mm-hmm.
dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Hmm.
Okay.
And
Rogue.
when the attack action happens, it's not like it doesn't apply extra attack. It's just a single 1 extra hit.
Right. Okay.
All right. And in fact, there is no rule in Raw about sizes and advantage disadvantage on strength checks, so they don't interact at all. It's just that bigger creatures tend to be stronger.
You know,
Yeah.
fair.
So enlarges 1d4 extra damage and also advantage on strength checks. Is that what we decided?
Checks and saving throws.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. So that was. Wait, did we do Aquilaria's turn? Oh, right, she
Yes,
cast
we
Cure
did.
Wounds.
Yeah. She just healed.
Okay, at the end of her turn, the other legendary action is going to come into play, and the dragon is going to create a powerful gust of wind, beating its wings several times.
She should have moved in touch range of Jeff. Sorry.
Okay.
We can just move her next to him.
Right
Yeah.
behind him.
Oh yeah, behind. Yeah. Dope.
All right. It is still the case that she. Checking if there's a size. There's not. All right. So she, Jeff, and Clanky all have to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh. Guess who has advantage? That's good, because he needs it.
4 for Aquilaria. Okay. 4 for Clanky.
Come on, put up that big 4.
I rolled 2 14s, so he gets 15 total.
Not enough. All 3 of you are knocked prone and take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
The dragon can then fly up to half of its speed. And it is just going to use that to actually shift to this square. It's not actually like out of anybody's range. He just wants to be here instead.
Okay.
Stop turning so much. There. That's almost good.
I wish there was.
Yeah, I
we
wish
need
there
to-
was
we
just a
need to turn
rotate
it
tool.
to-
There needs to be
Yeah,
just like a
click and hold on
middle
it,
click
and
or
then-
something and rotate it or something like that.
Or QE or
These
mouse
guys have a
wheel.
Twitter?
Huh? Yeah.
Do they have a Twitter?
They also have a
me
Discord,
their
and
Twitter.
I'm sure it has been suggested many a time.
Yeah, but Twitter's Twitter's public.
That's fair.
You gotta publicly shame them.
Don't shame them. They're good people.
I know. I couldn't
But
think of a better
do go
word.
ahead and like tell them to get their shit together.
It's more along the lines of, hey, this would be a good feature, please. Like a hold click and then like 2 arrows show up at the bottom.
Yeah.
Hire me.
Honestly,
I
me
know
too. While I'm at it.
design.
There, it is sent.
Hell yeah.
All right. I think it should have popped up for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Then it is actually the dragon's turn, and it is going to use its acid breath.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no, I know that.
Oh yeah.
So
I remember
yeah.
that.
yeah, in a 90-foot line, which is gonna hit. It's just a line. I'd say Jeff, Ilya, and that Wartalk at the back there. Yeah.
What? Yeah. I'm
Jeff,
back there.
Ilya, and Wartalk. Yeah, it's not wide enough that it would also hit Aquilaria and Gerald. Just the 3.
Yeah,
Oh
it would
well.
either- it would hit one or the other.
Oh no, not acid. Wait, did you say acid?
Yeah.
Oh no, not acid.
Are you resistant?
I am.
Mhm.
It's
Nice.
never come up before.
Nice.
It's come up like once. But
I
Yeah, I
not
think
a
it
lot.
has. It's still a lot of damage. So
You're gonna need
Oh.
every bit.
wait, I fucked that up. That's not even enough to.
No. Oh, no.
Stop that.
I'll just roll this twice. Whatever. All right. Yeah, make a dexterity saving throw. All three of you. Jeff, Ilya, and Wartok.
Doesn't Jeff auto fail because he's prone?
I think he
don't
has
know.
disadvantage. I don't think it's an auto fail.
But he
Okay,
has
so then-
advantage.
I think it's just incapacitated that makes you auto fail.
Okay,
It
so
would
it's a
cancel out
straight
with
roll.
his
He's
advantage.
large. Or because he's fast.
It's
Because
it
he's
cancels
fast and
out.
large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just cancels out.
So Jeff got a dirty 20. And I failed, but I'm going to use a charge on my ring.
Okay.
I got 19 total.
You're using a charge on your ring, Ilya, so you pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
The best thing I've ever bought.
You are the only one who passes.
With a dirty 20, Jeff doesn't pass?
Nope.
Jesus. Don't
Yeah,
like
the
that.
DC is 21.
Oh! Oh no, 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 no!
Alright, so what was the number in my head? This was a lot of good rolls.
See, this is also why I shaved my eyebrows. Now I look more severe when I'm concerned.
Hell yeah.
My face contorts in weird shapes, so.
Alright, so if you failed, and you're not resistant, you take 75 points of damage. If you have that from any effect, then it becomes 37 points of damage. And if you somehow have another halving on that, it's 18.
Is our boy
Okay, so-
Jeffrey down?
No, he has
Ah.
4 HP.
Alright, well, I know what I'm doing on my turn.
Oh, wait. We're all blessed.
We
I
are.
didn't add blessed
Oh.
to Jeff.
That's
He
true.
would've passed.
Ah!
Well, roll it.
Add your
Oh no, you're right. He
blessings.
can only
Well,
he
yeah.
only can pass it. So it's half for Jeff.
Yeah. Okay, wait,
You
hang on,
got
what did
a
you have?
19?
75 in half.
38.
Well, I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, crap. Was it a 19?
I don't remember. I know Ilya succeeded. Jeff now succeeds. I think yours was pretty high. I don't know if it was a 19.
I could rewind
the
the stream and
stream.
check.
That's true. That's true.
Scream, what was it?
Come on, viewers.
Aren't they
Um,
all you all?
Viewers,
wait.
tell me and I gift you a sub.
Yeah, we're all the viewers. Okay, can I?
Let's
no,
see.
I can't rewind. Since
I know
it's
at
not
least
the VOD.
2 of these are lurkers.
Dang it, Marcus.
3 of these are lurkers because one of their names is literally Lurts.
One of them is me.
Yeah,
I'm
one of
me.
them is you, one of them is me, one of them is Nick.
Hi.
So then there's probably one real viewer here. Hi, real viewer.
Hmm.
Unless Harley, you also
Were
have
you
it
paying
open.
attention? No,
Cool.
Yeah.
I can't have all these things running at once.
That's fair.
That's
I usually
Okay.
don't. I actually don't know why I have this on.
I share the internet with 2 other people.
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no, my
can't
phone
rewind the
HD.
stream right now because it's not the VOD. So
Alas.
yeah, I don't know what your roll was.
Fuck it. It was 19. Roll your d4.
All right. I rolled a 2.
All right. That's
So
enough.
that's a 21.
Oh, okay. All right. So
All right,
I
so
take
everyone
18?
takes half damage.
Yes.
And then, yeah, you would have it again. So you take 18.
I can't do math right now. Okay, we did it. We did it. I have a
Oh, and I gotta
calculator.
make a con check.
It's 18. I promise.
Oh no, I meant to minus my health.
Oh.
yeah.
You know, math.
Got it. God, concentrate on that bless spell. Hold on.
Yeah.
My brain.
Oh yeah,
dead,
that's a good
man.
point.
That is.
So half the damage would be 18.
Well, it's like 10 or half the damage.
Right, so half the damage is higher.
10? 18?
Half the damage
Wait,
would be the
38.
higher of the two DCs.
Yes.
So 18 is the higher.
yeah,
19?
I got.
18. No, 19. Sorry, 38 halved is 19. Stupid me.
It was. Oh. Okay.
No, you're right, it
Yes.
would be. It was 37, and then halved was 18. That's why it was.
Yeah.
I was correct the first time, I was wrong the second time. 18 is the DC.
18? I got 18.
Nice!
Okay.
Yeah.
Just managed to hold on to your concentration as you feel the acid
No.
beginning to eat away at your armor and the flesh beneath it.
As a scourge.
Ouch.
Alright. The dragon, angry that its breath was resisted by, or was dodged by everybody, ends its turn because that's all he can do.
Hashtag blessed.
To be fair.
He didn't really dodge.
Because I wouldn't have if I didn't have that ring.
That's what I
Should've
take the
had that.
dexterity saving throw as being.
You didn't take the full brunt, but you still.
Right. You dodge out of the way of, like, the main beam. You just get hit by little sizzly acid bits that fly off. Alright.
Oh,
Hiffy.
Jeffrey. Trail his stand.
Beady giant Jeff.
Light him up.
Chonkus Maximus.
Let me double check to make sure. Okay, so he gets 2 extra attacks for a total of 3. Yes? That's how that
And
works?
then he gets to attack once with his hasted action, and
Wait,
then
you
could
can
feasibly
attack-
action surge.
You can attack 3 times whenever you take the attack action on your turn. So that's
Yes.
3 total, yeah? Okay.
Yes.
That wording is a little weird. I don't like it.
It's very
So-
specific because of the interactions that it can possibly have, and yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do it this way. I'm going to start with the hasted action,
Okay.
which is to attack with Chill Mort.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He has...
Should be a
has so
plus
many fucking
10, I
weapons.
think.
Yeah, he has a menagerie of actions.
He really does.
It's ridiculous. 24?
That hits.
Yay! Alright, let me double check his...
Oh.
Does he not have a, what's it called? Fighting style?
He does. He's the battle
He
master.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got all those maneuvers.
Oh no, it's
under-
not a
under
maneuver.
fighting
It's like.
style.
Oh, he
Dueling.
is
So when
the.
you are wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapon, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls. So that is a...
Should already be incorporated in what's on D&D Beyond.
Is it?
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay.
It should be.
Okay, so that is a 12 total.
Okay.
And then he's going to do... he's going to do Elemental Bane.
Okay.
He's going to curse the target.
That is a natural 20. So he succeeds on his saving throw.
Shit.
That said, I think it still does the extra damage.
Yes. What is his superiority dice now? Is it still 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Ten.
Alrighty, another 10 points of damage.
Yay!
Alright,
Alright.
the hasted Jeff slashes in once, and as a blur, and then prepares to go in for his next 3 attacks.
I'm just gonna roll 3d20s. So we have a 13, which I'm assuming misses.
Yep, misses.
We have a 22,
Hits.
and then we have a natural 20.
Nice.
For 3 total.
Nice.
Okay, then 2 hit, and then max die for the critical. Yes.
Yep, max
Yeah.
die plus another
So-
roll.
1d6 plus 8.
So if it's Chillmort, it's 1d6 and 1d4 plus 12. Because I think
I
Chillmort
didn't
does the
add
extra
D4 from
d4.
the- I didn't
That's
add the
fine. Just do
D4
it. Just
from-
do it in the next ones.
Okay. So that is. $32
Wait, how?
before critical. Wait,
Oh.
before critical.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I rolled 2d6 4s.
Okay.
So 2d6s, one
Mm.
for each attack.
Yep.
And then you add the enlarged d4 damage.
Yep.
And then both of his attacks also get a plus 8. So it's
Okay.
1d6 plus 8.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay.
And then I rolled another d4 for that last hit that I didn't add the enlarged damage to.
Okay. Gotcha. So 32.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Before critical damage.
Yep.
Because then critical damage is just 1d6 plus 8 plus 1d... No, not plus 1d4. You... Math! I'm an art major!
I'll admit I'm not fully following all of the dice you're telling me, so I'm just trusting what you say.
I just hear numbers.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it says... So on his thing, it says Chillmort is 1d6 plus 8 damage.
It should also say somewhere in the description about an extra d4, but yeah. Why is it plus 8?
I don't know. Strength is 5, and then he gets plus 2 for
Oh, isn't it a
Dueling.
+1 weapon?
Yeah, it's a +1
It's a
weapon and then
+1
+2
weapon.
from his fighting style. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's why it's
Yep.
+8.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah.
Easy.
He's going to do action surge.
Okay.
Try and hit again.
I'm so
Roll
here
the
for
2.
this.
A 2. Okay.
He rolled a 2, so 12. I'm assuming that misses.
Yes, it does.
I think you're assuming correctly.
He gets his extra attacks on action surge, so it's another 3 attacks.
Yeah,
not just one.
he gets like a he gets
He gets a full
Yeah,
damage.
that's why.
The only time
Spiders-
it's only 1 is haste. Haste only allows you to attack once, but the action surge
Spiders
allows
are
you to
wild.
take a full action again.
Yeah, that's-
Okay,
that's
so
why
can I
it's
get
phrased
more
that way.
attacks on that?
Yep.
Alright.
yeah.
Action
you
surge
get 3
says
more
an extra
attacks.
attack action.
7
and
in a
says an
turn.
extra attack.
I
Oh,
rolled
no.
a 10, and then I rolled a 20 again.
Nice.
All right.
So
10
a
I think
20
will
hit?
still hit. No, the 20 does not.
So 10 plus 10, 20, no?
So the crit will
Okay.
hit, but the 10 does not.
The crit still hits.
Yes.
So,
Wait, it has more than 20 AC?
Yep, it has
wait,
21.
okay, hold on. And he's blessed.
Ah.
Ah, he's
yeah,
blessed.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
blessed. So,
So
1d4.
so
That'll
So
hit.
that 20, yeah, comes to 22.
Cool.
Because this guy has 21 AC, yeah?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so they both hit then.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 is a crit.
That is 24.
this is a nice chair. This is so much better than my old chair. I'm so glad it finally came in.
Oh, yeah.
28, and then the crit.
Okay, what's the crit?
So 1d6 plus 8.
Plus.
So,
So,
okay,
plus
so the
14?
crits are the full...
I haven't been adding the crits to what I've been calculating.
Are you rolling the dice for the crits?
No.
Okay.
No, so
the
she's
crits
talking
are...
about like the auto max damage, right?
I haven't been adding them to the numbers I've been telling you.
Okay, that was what I was worried about. That's why I was saying
No.
that... Alright, so
No,
the
no, no,
crits
no.
are the max damage plus another roll, which is why I can't just do the automatic adding. So I can add the
Basically-
base damage. So if it's a d6 plus a d4 plus 8, right? Then if that's the
Yes.
normal attack, then the crit is a d6 plus a d4 plus 8 plus the max of d6 and d4. So 18.
Yeah.
So it's 18 bonus damage on top of the dice roll.
Okay, I haven't been adding that bonus.
Just the bonus? You have still been rolling the extra dice?
Yeah.
Okay, then
I've
I
been
would just
rolling-
add an extra 36 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
In the future, just make sure that you're rolling the extra dice for because the crit is not just max dice, it's max dice plus a roll.
Okay.
So just
Yeah,
make sure that you're
basically-
rolling those dice, and then I can add the extra 18 or whatever.
I thought it.
is.
Yeah. I thought you handled crits like, you get 2, like it adds another damage, but like the second one is just considered max.
Yes, that
You
is
still
pretty
roll.
much what it is.
Yes, that is.
Okay. Well, I've just been giving you the one that I rolled. I haven't
Okay,
been
cool.
adding
That
the-
was what I was hoping, but that was what I meant when I was
Okay.
saying like I don't know all of the dice that you're saying because I don't have the sheet in
Yeah,
front of
no.
me. But if that's what you've been telling
Jeff
me,
is
then
both-
we're good.
Jeff is both a fun and not fun character to play.
Yeah, it's a lot of combat things to keep track of, but it's so much damage
is.
output. He just
It's
dealt
not
like
we made it so much
spells.
worse.
he
You
just
have to
dealt
deal with
like
spells,
80
but then-
damage in a turn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Jeff.
So yeah, that's his turn. Both of those that hit, I'm gonna expend. I'm gonna expend a superiority die on the first one.
Okay.
To do Elemental Bane.
That is a natural 1, but it is actually going to use a legendary resistance to just succeed on it instead.
Fair.
Shocked
it still takes the
Pikachu
damage,
face.
yes.
Is
Still
this?
takes the damage from it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll still take the
That
damage.
is 6.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do it again for the
Good
second
idea.
attack.
That is a natural 17. What's the kind of save? Is it wisdom? 19.
Yes. 19.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it's whatever his superiority dice is, that also gets doubled by the crit.
Lit.
Yes, that's true. So it's another 20. So much damage. That's over 100 damage in a turn, folks.
Hell yeah.
He got
This is why we keep him around.
so 8. 8 from that.
8. Okay.
Two 4s.
So much damage. Alrighty.
It's ridiculous.
So
yeah.
much
People
math.
hate on fighters. They're so good.
Fighters are nice.
Alright, well,
I mean, they're bread and butter, but they're so nice.
yes
They're
they are.
so good.
Alright,
And
the
who's
dragon
really
is
good at heal?
not happy about that, and at the end of Jeff's turn, it is going to make a tail attack against him.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck! I'm gonna have to bring
Yeah.
it back up.
That is a 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. Our boy's going unconscious.
It's
There's
just,
no
it's just
way.
a tail.
Great.
He saved against the thing, so he's not at 4.
Oh right.
Oh
You got
yeah.
41.
Hell yeah.
That's still 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It's
He
fine.
takes that, but he is hurt.
Okay. I'm still healing our boy.
Alright, Kayana.
All right. I am going to.
Yeah, he's at 18. Out of 103.
All right. So, bonus action or main action? This is a good... Well, I'm far away. I don't want to get up close. So we are going to Healing Word at 6th level. So we're going to do 64 plus 5. Oh, if I can find my freaking D4s.
Right, I forgot.
Uh-oh.
Don't,
Uh-oh.
don't do it.
Too
What-
late.
What?
No.
I don't like the sound of that. Okay. 4, 8, 11, 14, 18. Okay, 19 plus 5, so 24 points of healing for our boy Jeff.
Okay. You like this battle music, Nick?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good battle
pretty good.
music. I'm not
It
gonna lie
is.
to you.
Oh, I should put on my own battle music. Why haven't I been doing that?
Is that your turn, Kayana?
Oh, oh fuck, main action. I can only do like a, Toll the Dead, needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Natural 20.
Okay,
Rude.
nothing happens.
This die, man. I'm keeping
Fair
it.
but
Yeah.
rude.
No. You're only allowed to use that die as a player.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, that was the end of your turn.
Yeah, we're good.
How hurt is he looking?
Pretty hurt. More than bloodied.
More than bloodied?
Yes. That said,
That's
Yeah.
something does happen between Kayana's turn and Clanky's turn that is not a legendary action. That is a your DM forgot something earlier action.
that's fair.
So I would like Clanky and Kayana and Wartok and Ilya. Five. Alright, but not Geralt. So Clanky, Ilya, Wartok, Kayana, all to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Come on, bless.
18. Oh, right, and bless. If it matters.
Thank you, bless.
21 with bless.
Okay.
Okay.
16 with bless. Is that
All right.
fail?
So
Oh, and I'm sorry. It's not dex, it's strength. My bad.
Oh, in that case, 18.
Well, that changes things. That is a 19.
Okay. 18, 19, Wartok.
14,
Okay.
and
Clanky.
Clanky got a 14.
Okay. The sludgy swamp water actually surges forward, attempting to grab each of you and pull you in with an undertow. Kayana and Ilya are able to resist the effects, but Clanky and Wartok are pulled 20 feet into the water and knocked prone.
Into the water, easy.
It is not like your water.
Let me just dunk my head under and take a breath. It's fine.
Careful, you're gonna catch swamp aids.
Yeah, I think
Hold it,
you
it's
could
like-
technically breathe this, but you'd be breathing malaria.
Oh, pleasant. Okay.
Not a fan.
Okay,
Okay.
and you are knocked prone by this action.
Fair.
Do it.
Is it
Do
20
it.
feet towards or into?
All right. All right, Matt.
Oh, up to 20 to the water. Yeah.
How do you do fall damage?
I mean, if you're asking about the dragon can fly.
No.
All right. So what would you say if I said Clanky Dimension Doors 30 feet above the dragon and just falls Flaming Fist first? Can he do this?
Can he people's elbow the dragon?
Can he give the dragon the people's elbow?
Yeah, that's really what I'm asking.
30 feet would only be 3d6, so yeah, I'd allow that to add 3d6 to his damage. But he would also take it on the impact.
He would also take 3d6.
Yeah.
What if he cannonballed and or belly flopped onto the dragon?
I feel like it's got to be the fist of justice.
It has to be.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. He's knocked prone anyway, so
Okay.
like, let's do it.
All right.
Clanky doing it. He's gonna dimension door up about 30 feet above the dragon and just
So
give him the drop.
to clarify,
Yes.
he is going 30 feet above the dragon. The dragon
Yes.
is 30 feet tall. So when Clanky hits the ground, he will be taking a total of 66 damage.
That's
I mean, it's only an average of 18. It's not terrible.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That should be fine. He's only taking 58. He's got
Clanky at?
200. He's at
Knocking
150.
on wood.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
alright.
Knocking on wood.
Yeah. All right. So
Style points.
still doing attack roll, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Just +7, I think. Yeah. So dirty 20.
Misses.
Plus.
Bless.
Plus. 23.
There you go. All right, that'll hit.
Is the MVP today.
Yes.
Casting bless is the best.
That has
What a
turned
good spell, bless.
4 misses
Hey,
into a
Chrono.
hit.
Holy crap. All right. So he just does. Okay, so the actual thing is 9 plus 14 damage total from
Okay.
the first one. Sorry, and then the extra fall damage 13.
27 points of damage. Okay.
Yes. Oh, and then I guess then you got to roll 66 for Clanky.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, are you rolling it?
Oh, YouTube.
24 damage.
Above average.
He's fine.
All right. Clanky bamps above the dragon and just straight down, like, presses his elbow into the back of its neck. Flaming with radiant fury as he pummels the dragon, dealing a significant amount of damage, but taking that as a double-edged sword, he crashes down into the ground, hurting himself a little bit in the process. All right,
Oh, cool.
Gerald.
That's his turn.
you're up.
You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Hell yeah.
Father. He is going to. He is going to. Let's see. He's going to bonus action Holy Servant. So the
Okay.
healing word business he can do.
Mhm.
That is max.
Nice.
6 HP to Jeffrey.
Okay.
Because he is our front linesman. And then Father shall check his. Let me double check things. Let's see. He has enough movement to flank. Well, not. He can flank this dragon with Clanky, yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Like right there.
Mhm.
Okay. So he's then going to. he's got multi-attack, so he's gonna multi-attack with the greatsword.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Alright. And he gets bless. Noted good spell bless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
It's hell yeah.
Uh, 15. So that's 28 to hit for one of them.
That hits.
He rolled a natural 1 on another one of them. That
But
one doesn't.
advantage.
But it. Shit. Fuck. God damn it.
You're fine. Don't worry.
There's so many dice. So many dice, and I have such a small tray.
I know the feeling.
Oh, this is a good moment. This is a good moment.
So that one's a 4, so it's not a natural 1.
Okay.
Alright, that's all that counts.
This one is. Nope, it was better when it was a 13. So 13 plus 6 is 19 plus.
Plus bless.
Yeah, plus bless is 21.
Hey, 5.
And let me just re-roll that first one that hit to make sure I don't get a 20. I didn't.
Okay.
So.
All right, 2 hits.
2 hit. And his is
66 plus whatever his bonus is times 2. Or no, 46. Sorry.
Yeah, 46. Plus 4. Okay, so first one is okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the first one, rolling 46, he gets 3 1s and a 2.
Nice.
So,
Well, wait, isn't that the dice for both? Isn't it 2d6 plus 2 each time? That's what greatswords usually do.
Is it? Because on the sheet here it says melee weapon attack plus 6 to hit, reach 5, 1 target, hit, 46 plus 4.
Damn, okay. I guess it's 4d6.
Okay, so rolling, and that's for one of the hits, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2, 4, 5. So 9 for the first
Okay.
one.
9 points of damage. Chipping
9
away.
Second. Oh, that's better, kinda. It's 15 for the second.
Very good. Alright, so 24 total damage as Gerald rushes up and carves twice into the beast. Does he want to use a smite on either one of them?
Fuck yeah.
Cool. He could
The
technically use it on
highest
both.
level.
He could use 2
He
level
shall.
3s and get 68 more damage. I can roll it if you don't have
Yeah.
them out.
Please do. I think I have. Let me see. 3.
Holy cow, that was a good roll. Okay.
Hell
I have
yeah.
42 points of damage on the smites,
Boom.
which is 6 points off of max.
Yes!
That's so good.
Lay them, father!
Alright.
God,
So,
I love it.
the paladin just coming up and fucking wrecking this dragon with divine fury.
Yes.
And Ilya,
Yes.
you are for a brief moment reminded of the might of your god.
Fair.
Yeah.
Like it's
Dad rock.
for that bit, you're like, your anger at Torm kind of fades for a second. You're like, holy shit, that was awesome. You're probably still mad at him, but just the
She goes
grandeur
from,
of that
I'm
moment.
pissed at Torm to, oh, that guy I'm talking to definitely isn't Torm. That's where she's at right now.
That's fair.
Fair.
She's like, someone who would tell me to follow somebody else wouldn't do stuff like that. That's not him. But yeah,
shit.
that's his turn.
Alrighty. Oh, look, an extra pen. The things you
Hell yeah.
find. Okay. At the end of his turn, the dragon is going to make another tail attack at Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, why?
Oh.
Oh. Did you
Oh.
use your crit die?
Ye.
Dang it, Matt.
You are.
3.
Stop.
Also,
How much AC does
apparently-
our boy
Fine.
Jeffrey have?
It's only 30 damage.
Oh, we still have
total?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
30 damage or 30 to hit?
30 damage. The to hit was a crit.
Okay. Ah.
It
for-
was a
just for
35 if you need to check if it hits or not.
He's knocked down to 18 HP again.
That's
Again.
okay. I will heal him.
Yeah, he's probably going to use Second Wind on his turn. 'Cause I haven't
Well,
done
I
that
have-
yet.
I have 2 healers. Don't worry.
quick. Hell yeah.
Speaking of healers, it's Ilya's turn.
Oh shit, you're right. Ileana shall...
Geralt's stat block? Geralt's stat block? How so?
When you noted that the great sword is normally 2d6.
Yeah.
This is another similar one. Note the longbow is also supposed to be 1d8.
That's really interesting. Oh, it might be a level
You want me
thing.
to roll 2 next time?
Oh,
Did you use the same thing to generate a holy champion?
yeah.
The RPG Tinker. It's possible that because he had more hit dice, it added the extra d6s. Because sometimes monsters
Oh.
will have higher hit dice for,
Oh.
or damage dice for weapons as well.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. It might be a
I had
glitch.
to-
It might be, but it also might be intentional. It would be kind of hard to say for sure.
I had hit dice set at 20.
Hmm.
I
Interesting.
don't know. But anyway, I was just
Oh yeah, I
a
see
note.
that now. He has 4 attacks on this one, so definitely a higher level. Although his to hit is shit.
yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so since you give me control over 2 units on
Yeah.
Tailspire, they can't see each other. So when I click on one or the other,
The
at
other
the top,
disappears.
the other one disappears. So I'm like, I can't
Cool.
see Ilya right now, but here's what I'm gonna do.
I can move you if that
Um,
gets too much in the way.
No, you're good. I figured it out.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
a smart.
You are.
I'm gonna move adjacent to Jeff, but also adjacent to my father. Is that still technically flanking with Clanky?
Since he's so big, sure.
Cool.
Eek.
I'm gonna hit him with Equator twice.
Okay.
Equator. 0. Okay. So first hit with advantage, 'cause I am flanking. Oh, come on! I rolled 2 both times.
Oh.
So that's 11 total on the first hit.
Nope.
And the second hit, if I get that. 24.
That hits.
Yay. 10 damage.
Alrighty. 10 points of damage.
Yeah, and I'm also going to use, as a bonus action,
Hmm?
So I'm going to use 4 more healing lights on Jeff.
Okay.
Oh! 20!
Nice.
2 6s and 2 4s.
Very good.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. At the end of that turn, it's going to use another tail attack on Jeff.
Okay.
That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, not nearly as good. That's only 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hey, you're undoing all my work.
That's the point!
No!
Alright, Wartalk is up.
Ha 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 ha. I'm going to use a bonus action to convert a first level spell slot into 2 spell point things.
Okay.
Sorcerer points.
Sorcerer points, thank you. And then I'm going to blast them.
With Quickened or just Blast?
Just blast. Quickened is
Oh,
it would
makes
have
it a
to make
bonus
use
action.
bonus action.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I can only do it every other turn. Yeah. It's not quite as overpowered as it seemed that first time, which is probably for the best.
It's only moderately.
Yeah. That being said, it is getting late, so I'm gonna nuke this nerd.
Okay.
So let me remember, make sure I don't mess something up here. Yeah, 2 a day for that, or 2 a day for that. Okay. So one of the rolls. Hold on, I have to do math. So one of the rolls was a 7. I got to add a d4 to it. That's a 1, so that's an 18, and I would like to add a +3 to hit to that one, making it a 21.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
The other 2 were a 25 and a 26, and I would like to turn them into crits.
Do it.
Okay, so I'm doing 3 attacks and 2 crits. All right, give me 1 second.
It's times like these that I don't understand the people who only get like a singular dice set and that's what they use.
So it's pretty rare, even for just like level 11 for games to get this high level. Most games will fizzle out around like 5 or 8. So a lot of times you don't get to the point where you need like 12 dice. Also, I'm gonna shut up so Nick can do math.
I should have nullified that
78
crit on
damage.
Jeff.
How much?
78.
Okay. I'm gonna describe something and then ask how you want to do this.
Okay.
So, particularly, had the dragon survived till its next turn, it was going to do what Clanky did, but worse. It was going to kamikaze from 80 feet, but you all would have taken a lot more than 8d6 damage because it's a gargantuan creature falling on you.
Yeah, and it's peregrine falconing us.
Yeah. So, effectively, it's going to, like, see how damaged it is, go, 2 can play at this game, and spring off of the ground, and as it's doing that, Wartalk, that is when you unleash hell upon it.
Oh.
So it is, like, flying into the air as you are just lighting its ass up.
I'm gonna just yell no, and I want to yank it to the ground back behind us.
Oh, yes.
Just no.
Okay. I'm gonna let it happen anyway because it's gonna die, but is there a size class limit on that? Nice.
No.
Just pulls at 25 feet regardless.
It pulls something.
That's crazy.
It's the
Alright,
force.
the dragon, like, gets up pretty... Well, even with the force, it's harder with bigger objects. This is way better than the force. This is just, I don't care what you are, you're moving 25 feet that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it gets, like, 20 feet into the air, and Wartalk just takes aim and blasts him out of the sky like a fucking anti-aircraft gun. But also an anti-aircraft gun with a lasso that just grabs it and yanks it down, hurtling this 20-ton dragon just into the ground, smashing its lifeless corpse against the rock. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Lit.
I'd do some wrap up, but it's like midnight, so we'll save it for next time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it's fair. It's still light out.
Oh yeah, you guys are on the west
I was
coast, so it's
gonna
only
say.
9 for you, right?
Yeah, but the sun's still out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you can
I mean
stay
it doesn't
outside
get
of
dark till
Ireland.
like 10 here. It's same.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can see
We're
how
we're
I turned
higher
my window
latitude.
now
Indeed.
without being completely blown out.
You might even be higher latitude than I am. I
Probably.
actually don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
what-
I think.
what
Oh yeah, you're
desktop
in
do I have
Washington
to
State, so I think almost all of that, if not all of it, is higher latitude.
Yeah. Yay, we killed a dragon.
Hell yeah.
Yes, it is.
We didn't
in fact,
fucking die.
I think even most or all of Oregon is a higher latitude, so Washington is even higher.
Yeah, it is.
All right, and on that note, we're gonna end the stream. Peace out.